Johnny Dollar.
St. Clair, Mr. Dollar, in Kennett, Missouri. Would it be possible for you to come out here right away?
Kennett, What did you say your name is?
Charles Kingsley St. Clair. I'm...
Oh, yeah, with Providential Assurance Company.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, now, wait a minute. I thought you were leaving the company.
Dollar.
If you're such a gentleman, you just couldn't stand doing business with the poor, wretched clients you inherited.
Mr. Dollar, I am a changed man.
Well, good for you.
It is true that some of the people that I've been sent down here to deal with, well, I consider them nothing more than poor white trash, ignorant, illiterate.
Well, I'll say this for them. They sure know how to make some pretty powerful moonshine.
Very true.
Yeah, if one of those characters hadn't poured some of that white mule down my gullet, I doubt if I'd have been crazy enough to go out after that killer.
But thanks to you, Dade Wupperman was indicted, tried, found guilty, and has been incarcerated.
Yeah, that was the one, Dade Wupperman.
Unfortunately, Mr. Dollar, Dade has a brother. His name is Daniel. I beg your pardon. Daniel. He's been making trouble, very serious trouble.
Oh? Like what?
Murders.
I see.
So if you take a plane to Memphis, I shall be more than glad to meet you there.
Oh, now look, mister, I was lucky once. Got out of that swamp country alive. But I'd be nuts to stick my neck out again. And since those people already know who I am, what my job is... Okay, St. Clair, I'll grab a plane.
CBS Radio brings you Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Providential Assurance Company office in Kennett, Missouri. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the deadly swamp matter. Item 1 is 7645 plane fare, Hartford to Memphis. Charles Kingsley St. Clair met me as promised, and apparently the man had changed considerably from the snooty, better-than-thou stuffed shirt I'd found him to be on my first trip.
Yes, Mr. Dollar, in spite of my earlier feelings about the clients my predecessor had left me...
Yeah, I know, Mr. St. Clair. But those moonshiners and such existing in that 20-mile swamp are hardly typical of the folks living around Kennett, where your office is.
Oh, I realize that now, and I shall stay in Kennett, try to justify the company's confidence in placing me there.
Very good.
Nevertheless, when I came to this part of the country, the swamp people were the only ones with whom I had to deal. They were the only ones to whom he had sold insurance, and when I saw the horrible, dirty, squalid way in which they lived in those broken-down shacks full of vermin...
Kind of turned your stomach, huh?
Quite frankly, it did exactly that. That's why I requested transfer to our New England offices. But now, of course, I plan to stay down here. Now, when you came here before, you taught me a great lesson in how to deal with them, how to understand them.
Yeah? By having my car wrecked for me, by getting shot at and nearly drowned in that swamp.
But you succeeded in enlisting the help, the cooperation of the good ones among them, in earning their respect.
Well, I had to do something to get out of there alive.
The point is that you did. You have friends among them now, and you'll be willing to help you again.
Yeah, well, that's something that... Oh, now, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You mean these murders you call me about? They're back in that swamp country, too? Oh, great.
Oh, no, Mr.
And I thought that maybe for once... Okay, St. Clair, let's have it. What's it all about?
As I told you, a series of murders.
So you're having to pay out a lot of insurance.
No.
And you think that I can somehow, miraculously, put a stop to... Huh? Did I hear you say no somewhere along the line?
Oh, the victims of these murders have, they've been, relatives of some of my clients.
Up in the swamp country?
Up in the swamp country.
Well?
Clients whom you know, whom you met when you were here before.
Go on.
And thanks to you and what you did for them, they regard the company, and therefore me, and you, as a kind of, as a protective agency. A protection for them, with only their best interests at heart. That sort of thing is very good for the company. Yeah. Shall we stop for some lunch?
Yeah, sure, go ahead and stop if you like. But if you think you can talk me into meddling into these murders when it's a job for the law...
But it's not for the law.
What do you mean by that?
Well, as I told you before, these people living far beyond any town or city limit, they're pretty much a law unto themselves.
Well, yeah, that I know. And the local police leave them alone.
They have no jurisdiction.
So what about the state authorities?
Well, that region of the big swamp pretty much straddles the state line.
Oh?
Neither state wants it. And I can't blame them. In any event, when a murder occurs, by the time jurisdiction is established... Miss Dollar...
Well?
Do you remember the beneficiary of the policy you came down here to pay off with the insurance money?
A Eufa Crump.
That's right.
Yeah, real sweet, pretty young kid.
Yes.
St. Clair, I'll never forget the look in her eyes, the almost childish, unabashed gratitude when I gave her that money.
Yes.
Now she can have pretty clothes for a change, good food on the table.
Oh,
she can fix up that little house she and her kids live in, buy some lace curtains for the windows, and... Oh, what do you mean, no?
Eufa was the latest victim of this killing. What?
Come on, St. Clair. Tell me what you know so I can get to work on this thing.
Next time you refresh, enjoy a frosty, ice-cold Pepsi-Cola.
Sociability, Charlie.
All right, Kay, how's this? Pepsi is light, refreshes without filling. You like to refresh? Have a Pepsi right now.
Well, offer it to everybody, Charlie.
I will. Enjoy Pepsi at the fountain. It's delicious at home, too. Have one at lunch or with a snack.
Charlie.
At the beach or at dinner. Wherever you go, Pepsi is there.
It's here, too, in our Be Sociable song.
Be sociable, look smart, keep up to date with Pepsi. Drink light, refreshing Pepsi. Stay young and fair and debonair. Be sociable, have a Pepsi.
For the weekend, have plenty of Pepsi around. Pick up an extra carton today. CK, I'm sociable.
With Pepsi, everyone is.
And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Eufa Crump. Yeah, what a name. But that cute, intelligent little girl, really out of place in the swamp country. Well, regardless of how you or I or the law might feel about it, her inheriting that moonshine still, when her husband was killed a while back, had meant something to provide for both her and her children. Then the insurance she received on top of it. And she planned to marry Cass Dingle, the character who'd befriended me, who'd helped me run down her husband's killer. Cass, who was going to leave this desolate country, get out in the world and make an honest living for her. Yeah, but it was Cass who'd sacrificed his life out there in the swamp in order to save mine.
No, Mr. Dollar.
What?
Cass Dingle is still alive.
But I myself saw Dade Wupperman shoot him in the back.
Eufa somehow nursed him back to health. They were married according to whatever rites the swamp people observe, and they were very happy.
And then she was murdered.
Yes, that was Cass who asked me to call on you again. And since you know him, you know these people.
Okay, stop wasting time, St. Clair. Get me on up to Kennett where I can rent a car and get on this thing.
Now, if you'll drop me at my office, I'll be more than glad to let you have this one. But about some lunch.
Lunch? Forget it. Let's get going. Item 2, $4.70 for a tank full of gas there in Kennett. And I headed west a few miles, then due north into the swamp country. Well, as I said before, the 20-mile swamp is one of the most dismal, uninviting places I've ever seen. The road, after a while, wasn't even a road, just a set of muddy wagon tracks. More than once, driving slowly and carefully along, I held my breath, hoping St. Clair's car wouldn't bog down in some mud hole. I passed a couple of shacks, falling apart and apparently vacant. But the distinctive smell of moonshine whiskey in the air told me otherwise, that a still was in full operation. If Cass Dingle had married Eufa, he'd gone to her place to live, so I headed that way. But a mile or so before I got there, edging the car around a thicket of wild blackberries, I had learned the last time I was here that when somebody starts shooting, the only thing to do is stop whatever you're in, whatever you're doing. So I did, fast. I ducked down under the wheel on the floorboards, and I pulled out my gun, and I waited.
Miss Johnny? That you, Miss Johnny?
Who are you?
It's Cass, Miss Johnny. Cass Dingle.
Oh. Good. Only what was the idea of pulling off a couple of shots?
Howdy, Miss Johnny. I'm glad you come, sir.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I knew maybe a shot would make you stop the car, Miss Johnny. And that way you wouldn't go on up to the house in the still.
Yeah, well, that's where I was headed, to look for you.
It's much better you hide this car back in my old cabin. You remember where it is?
Little turnoff right up ahead, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Now, you do that, and I'll cut through the swamp and meet you there.
Sure, whatever you say.
I'll meet you there.
I should have got there in 5 or 6 minutes at the most. The car bogged down in a sticky black mud hole. By the time I pulled enough twigs and branches under the wheels to get traction, make the turnoff, and pull up in front of his place, more than half an hour had passed. Because of his shortcut through the woods and the swamp, I'd expected to find Cass out in front waiting for me. But he wasn't, though the door of his cabin was ajar. Now, if I'd had any sense, I would have stopped for a minute, and I'd have given some thought to that. But I didn't. And believe me, it was a mistake.
Come in, mister. Come right
In the dark, windowless cabin, I could see Cass Dingle on a bunk at the far end, tightly bound with ropes and rawhide, looking at me helplessly.
in. I said come in.
And standing in front of me was the biggest, most ugly man I've ever seen. 250 pounds at the least, built like a gorilla. His face was covered with coarse black stubble. His long hair straggled down into the back of the collar of his dirty shirt. Aimed at my chest was an ancient rifle with a bore almost big enough for a shotgun.
That's better, mister. Now, Peter, Luke, John.
3 specters came forward out of the shadows. Smaller men, also dirty, unshaven, looking no less menacing than the man in front of me. Each of them had a rifle. I could feel one of them against my backbone. Now, listen, I took a course once from the FBI on the proper procedure for disarming a man who has a gun in your back. But they forgot to tell me what to do about 4 of them. So I raised my hands up over my head.
That's right, Mr. Johnny. Now, you just keep them hands right up straight. You, Paul?
Yes, Daniel?
Daniel Whopperman.
All right now, Paul. You taking Mr. Johnny's gun away from him.
Yes, now will, Daniel.
Yes, you taking it away from him, Paul.
I gotten it, Daniel. Ooh-wee, it'n's a real pretty one.
That's right, Paul. So you holding on to it real careful. So I won't damage it none. While and I kill him.
Talk about best-selling records. Here's a familiar tune about America's best-selling filter cigarette, Winston. Winston gives you real flavor, full, rich tobacco flavor. And you know, that's because only Winston has filter blend up front. Choice, flavorful tobaccos, specially selected and specially processed for filter smoking. No wonder Winston tastes good, like a cigarette should. Smoke Winston.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Deadly Swamp Matter.
I've been in some pretty tough spots in this crazy job of mine, but nothing ever quite like this. 4 men, like 4 vicious animals who crawled up out of the muck of the 20-mile swamp. Armed with ancient rifles, I was sure they knew how to use and use well. For a man living and moonshining in this godforsaken country depended on his gun for survival. Survival. It was obvious by the way the guns were aimed that survival was the one thing they didn't plan for me. Like 4 vicious animals, I said. Stupid, maybe? Enough to be tricked somehow? Yeah, but how? And there wasn't anyone within miles to give me a hand. Except for Cass Dingle tied down on the bunk at the far end of the cabin, helpless. If only he were bright enough to... Then the ugly giant in front of me talked again.
That's right. Daniel Wupperman, and I'm going to kill you, Mr. Johnny. Right now, for it being that you sent my brother Dade up into prison.
He was a killer, Daniel. The same as you are.
That's right. So one more killer, namely you, it ain't going to make me no worse than I am.
Why, Daniel?
Because you had no business to come here to begin. We don't like that here in the swamp.
No, I mean, why these other killings? Why murder Yufa, Cass's wife?
Why you do that, Daniel?
Because it was her insurance money, Mr. Johnny, brought you here the first time. Then you put my brother in jail.
So you murdered her, a harmless young mother, just to get me back here.
That's right. Now I'm going to kill you. You stand away from him backing him. This charge going to go right on through him.
Yes, Daniel. But now you
no,
should.
Daniel, no. It's all wrong you killed Miss Johnny.
You shut up, Cass.
Maybe Cass, he thinking what I thinking, Daniel. Mr. Johnny, he from the outside. You kill an outside man. Maybe the police, they moving in on us. They coming here in the swamp because he from the outside.
You stop thinking, Paul. Move away now so I can kill him.
No, Daniel.
Shut up, Cass. Now, Mr. Johnny.
No, Daniel, you kill me instead. Now you kill my wife, I don't care. You kill me instead, Daniel.
I'll kill you, Cass. Soon I kill Miss Johnny.
Miss Johnny?
It's all right, Cass.
No, Miss Johnny, that ain't...
What?
I mean, I talked long enough.
What can you say, Cass?
Must be nearing to 5 o'clock by now, Miss Johnny.
5?
Shut up, Cass, and what do you mean by that?
Miss Johnny, no.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
What do you mean about 5 o'clock?
Yeah, Cass, they ought to... I mean, it's about time.
What do you mean, Mr. Johnny?
What, nothing, not a thing, Daniel. I just whistled. That's all.
I mean, what do you mean about 5 o'clock? You tell me. Tell me. Tell me.
Because it's nothing you can do anything about. Because if it is 5 o'clock, then by the time you can pull that trigger...
You tell me.
All right. If I'm not safely out of this swamp by 5 o'clock, this place will be so full of state police. Well, would you like to look at my watch?
No, you keeping your hands up over your head.
Oh, sure.
Because you lying, Mr. Johnny.
Am I?
You lying to me.
Just keep on talking, Daniel. You'll give more time. But if I were you...
I said I gonna kill you, Mr. Johnny. And no scheming words out in your mouth gonna... You, Paul.
I ain't heard nobody out there, Daniel.
You go out, you go look out along the slough and the bayou.
Yes, Daniel.
You see anybody, any boat, you shoot off that gun. You, Peter, you go on back the road and look. And you, John, you go look up by Cass Still. You don't see no one, you come back here and help me bury Cass and Miss Johnny in the ground. Now you go.
Yes, Daniel, come on, you.
And the three of them, like so many shadows, slipped off into the growing darkness. Cass Dingle stalling is talking as though something would happen at 5 o'clock. It gained time for us. And more important, had reduced the immediate enemy to 1. But Daniel's rifle was still aimed at my midsection. Then, after plenty of time for the others to have looked around.
You see, Miss Johnny, you trying to bluff me is all. But that's no good.
Because you haven't heard from them, Daniel? That means the police have taken them.
Without them getting off a shot? No, Miss Johnny.
And I tell you that by 5 o'clock, and it must be 5 o'clock by now,
It's getting dark, Miss Johnny.
Yeah. Let me look at my watch.
You keep your hands right up straight. It's long after 5 o'clock. Me, I prove it. I look at your little watch.
Oh, yeah?
You think I can't tell the time?
Oh, I'm sure you can, Daniel.
But don't you move, Mr. Johnny. 'Cause I'm keeping this right in the middle of your belly. And you try and grab and I pull the trigger.
Okay.
Easy. Easy.
Slowly.
And see?
Cautiously. The barrel of the gun still in my belly. He looked upward toward the watch on my wrist. And I turned my wrist ever so slightly away from him so that he had to twist his head a bit. Just a little.
Long about 10:15, maybe.
Then I brought up my knee with everything I had. I knew the sound of the gunshot would bring the others back to the cabin. After all, they certainly hadn't found any sign of those mythical state police out there. So after setting Cass free, I lay down just inside the door looking very dead. And then when Paul and John and Peter came in one at a time, Cass, who was standing back at the door, quietly and carefully took care of them with the help of the butt of Daniel's gun. So now 4 more of the swampers have left that region to spend a long, long time behind the bars. Expense account total, including the trip back to Hartford, $161.60. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment.
Constipation is something people don't talk about much, but it can be a problem for anyone, even doctors. And when constipation occurs, it's interesting to see just what doctors consider important about a laxative they might use or recommend. Well, a majority of the doctors we heard from had this to say.
A laxative should be effective, gentle, close to natural acting. A medicine that can be used with complete confidence.
Now, X-Lax has been popular with many doctors and millions of people over the years because pleasant-tasting chocolated X-Lax is effective. Overnight, it helps you toward your normal regularity. X-Lax is so gentle, so close to natural acting, there's no upset. That's why many doctors and millions of people use X-Lax with complete confidence. X-Lax, the laxative that helps you toward your normal regularity gently, overnight.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's program.
Next week, a thrilling, hair-raising chase out on the open sea. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Ben Wright, Sam Edwards, Roy Glenn, and Vic Perrin. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Hugh Douglas speaking.
Another gripping drama of suspense, next on the CBS Radio Network.
Who was the first to conquer space? It's incontrovertible that the first to conquer living space is the Castro convertible, who conquers space with fine design, who saves you money all the time, who tops in the convertible line. Castro convertibles.
If you'd like furniture that combines beauty, comfort, and utility at an amazingly low price, then the place for you to go is Castro. At Castro, Route 9, a half mile south of the Latham Circle, you'll see the world's largest and most beautiful display of convertible furniture. There are hundreds of exquisite sofas, love seats, and sectionals, ranging from early American and French provincial to ultra-modern. Each converts to the most comfortable bed and each is priced amazingly low because Castro is America's largest manufacturer of convertible furniture, selling direct to you.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
This is long distance. Mr. Pat McCracken in Hartford, Connecticut is returning your call, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, thanks, operator. Put him on.
One moment, please.
Hello?
Hi, Pat.
Oh, Johnny. Hey, this message I found. Boy, I'm glad you called. Say, what under the sun are you doing in Los Angeles?
Just down here for a confab with Jack Johnstone. You know, the guy who dramatizes the cases I handle and puts them on the air?
Yeah. Give him my best.
And I just wondered if you had anything out here I can do before heading back to Hartford.
And if so, it'll give you a chance to put your travel charges on the expense account.
What else?
Well, Johnny, I got a wire from him just a few minutes ago. You contact Herb Schilling at the Greater Southwest Insurance Company right there in L.A.
Okay, will do.
And you can address your expense account to them.
Right.
Oh, Johnny?
Yeah?
Have you got a gun with you?
Sure, Pat, I always... Huh? Why do you ask that?
Well, judging by Herb's wire, Johnny, you may need it.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
A young lady by the name of Scheherazade kept her audience of one enthralled for 1,001 nights with one of the longest stories in history. That's a long time to devote to one chronicle, but some of CBS Radio's winning 7 weekday dramas have put that record in the shade, entertaining audiences in the millions with many times 1,001 days of continuing dramatic serials. Each weekday on the CBS Radio network, there's a wealth of daytime drama, including such outstanding serials as The Romance of Helen Trent, The Couple Next Door, Ma Perkins, Whispering Streets, The Right to Happiness, The Second Mrs. Burton, and Young Dr. Malone. Monday through Friday, follow these absorbing, true-to-life stories. Only CBS Radio brings you the winning 7 combination of top daytime dramas. Another important reason for the different sound of this CBS radio station. And now, Act 1 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Greater Southwest Insurance Company, Los Angeles office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Winsome widow matter. Expense account item 1, $1.40 for a taxi from my hotel in West L.A. to Greater Southwest Insurance at one of those big office buildings on Wilshire Boulevard's Miracle Mile. Herb Schilling almost fell off his chair when I barged in on him.
Huh? Dollar?
Hiya, Herbie.
Look, I know that some of those new jet flights are pretty fast, but I only sent that wire to Pat McCracken a couple of hours ago.
I didn't waste any time trying to make plane connections, Herb. Just flew out under my own power.
You're kidding, I know. But where were you when you got the word from McCracken?
Right here in your own fair city.
Oh, I wish I'd known that. Even those couple of hours could have been saved.
Oh? What's the big problem?
A little matter of a liquor store holdup. Only I'm afraid this one wasn't so little.
Then tell me all.
Yeah, sit down. Johnny, for some reason or another, these places that sell bottle goods are a pretty frequent target for stick-ups. Here in Los Angeles, there have been quite a few of them over the years.
I'm surprised you insure them.
And needless to say, premiums are pretty high. And at least so far as our company's concerned, the policies are somewhat limited. That is, insofar as maximum allowable coverage is concerned.
Makes sense.
On the whole, we've been pretty lucky. By that I mean we've had to pay off relatively few claims. But now in the case of Willie Lehman...
Who's Willie Lehman?
His store is out in West Los Angeles at 10921 Santa Monica Boulevard.
And that's only about a mile from where I'm staying.
Yeah, the old man opened up his place late in 1951.
Oh?
Yes, 61. Early in 1952, he had his first holdup. The bandits got away with something over $900. So he bought some insurance from us.
Well, go on.
Since then, there have been 7 more attempted stick-ups there.
A total of 8 in as many years, huh?
Yeah.
Then your company must be getting a bit tired of paying off.
No, because after the second time.
He, know how to use it?
He certainly did. He had a lot of medals from some German outfit he was in during the last war. Anyhow, he suffered no more losses. That is, until last night.
Oh? How much?
In money?
What else?
Something like over $400 out of the cash register, as nearly as the police can figure from the register slip.
Well, couldn't Lehman tell you how much?
No. Because you see, Johnny, he also lost his life.
Oh. And I take it you wrote his life insurance, too.
That's right. $30,000.
I see.
Look, it's a little late in the day, but you want to go out there, check with the police?
Sure. I'll be in touch. Item 2, $50, deposit on a drive your own car. I passed up 10921 Santa Monica Boulevard and went right on out west to West L.A. Police Headquarters. There I ran down Sergeant Mike Kirby, who was covering the whole affair. Mike turned out to be a young, alert guy on the ball and completely cooperative.
That's right, Dollar. 8 times since he opened the place in 51. And that's way out of line.
Yeah, I should certainly think so.
And the last 3 stick-ups have been within the past 10 weeks.
Sergeant, my contact at the insurance company, Herb Schilling, tells me that Willie Lehman managed to fight off most of the bandits.
He told you right, Dollar. Lehman was not only a crack shot, but I guess he was pretty quick on the draw. It was only last month that he killed one of the 2 men that tried to hold him up.
2 men? What about the other?
I'm way ahead of you.
Huh?
We find that other man, we find the killer. Probably.
It would seem like a pretty safe bet. But look, Mike, if there were so many tries at this one place and so many all at once...
Stakeout?
Sure, somebody watching over the place.
We tried it. As long as we had somebody there, you know, sitting in the back or working behind the counter or just watching from across the street, nothing happened. But the minute we took them away, bing, another holdup try. Somehow they seemed to know whenever we had the place under surveillance.
And more important, when you didn't. Oh, what have you got to work on?
Oh, nothing but a couple of bullets, I'm afraid. Want to take a run over and look at the place?
Sure, Mike. Why not? The liquor store was closed, but there were lights on in the living quarters above it. We knocked a couple of times, but got no answer, so Mike used the key that he had. He and his men had been careful to leave things as they'd been at the time of the killing.
He was lying right there, Dollar, as though he'd come around the end of the counter.
Uh-huh. Near that door to the back room, huh?
Yeah. That door also leads upstairs to the apartment. He must have taken a couple of shots at the bandit. You see where the bottles were broken over on the shelf?
Yeah.
No bloodstains or anything. I guess he missed for once. But not the bandit. Caught him right in the heart, Johnny. Bullet went in at the right shoulder, then down through his heart and stopped against the lower left rib.
Of course, until you get a lab report on that bullet.
Huh? Well, it must be his wife. The wife, she didn't answer when we knocked on the door. Good evening, Mrs. Lehman.
Oh, no. Are you here again? Gee, Sergeant, do you have to come around at all hours?
Oops. Hold everything. Lehman had been 61, but his wife, Gloria, couldn't have been more than 30. Tall, dark, she was obviously very proud of her highly commendable figure. Yeah, and she was pretty. That is, almost. Maybe it was just a little too much makeup, especially around the eyes, that she knew how to use so well. But a little bell had rung in the back of my head. Yeah. And since I'd noticed a phone booth at the gas station next door, item 3, 10 cents for a call.
Johnny.
That's right, Herb, and I'm sorry to call you at home.
That's all right, Johnny.
But there's one thing I forgot to ask you about when I talked to you.
Yeah, what's that?
Who's the beneficiary of old man Lehman's life insurance?
Why, his wife, Gloria, Johnny.
Thank you, Herb Schilling.
Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. When Fidel Castro was biding his time in a remote fastness in Cuba, only a network like the CBS radio network had the equipment and manpower to go in and bring out the background of his revolutionary movement, his own words on what was to come and how it would come about. When major news breaks anywhere in the world, only a network like CBS radio has correspondents on the scene or within short range. Only news like CBS News is global in scope and is up to the minute as a direct report from on the scene. That's why millions prefer CBS News on CBS Radio and its affiliated stations to every other reporting medium for speed, for accuracy. Remember, when the story's big, Only a news-gathering force like ours can scoop it up and send it slicing through space to your set, packaged for immediate delivery. Get it first, and get it right. Make CBS News on CBS Radio your listening post on the world. And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Winsome Widow Matter.
After the phone call to Herb Schilling, I went back into the liquor store where Sergeant Mike Kirby was still talking to Lehman's widow, Gloria.
You mean you don't plan to reopen the store at all, Mrs. Lehman?
Not if I can help it. I'll sell this dump to the first person I find has enough money to buy it.
And then what, Mrs. Lehman?
Why don't you call me Gloria, huh? Everybody else does. And who are you, anyway, Johnny? You aren't a cop, and you don't look like a dick.
Well, thanks.
Mr. Dollar's here because of the insurance involved.
From the insurance company?
That's right.
Well, listen, Willie had some insurance.
I know.
I mean, on himself, as well as the store. I don't know how much it is, but he promised me that he'd buy some.
It was your idea that he insure his life?
Sure, an old guy like him. I figured he'd up and die sometime while I was still young and beautiful, so why shouldn't I let him provide something for my future, like they say? Only whoever thought he was going to die as soon as this?
Whoever planned and carried out his murder?
You mean somebody planned to kill him this way?
Just where were you when it happened, Gloria?
I was upstairs in bed, asleep. Look, I've told the cops all about it.
Well, you must have heard the shooting.
I'll say I did.
And what did you do?
I put on a robe and come running down here. Well, I see the cash register open and poor old Willie laying there. And when I see that he's dead, I phone the police.
You didn't see anybody else down here?
Well, by the time I got here, whoever did it was gone.
You don't seem at all upset over your husband's murder.
Now, you want me to put on an act? Don't you know that he was twice as old as I am?
Then why did you marry him?
Well, you know how it is. A chance to settle down and let somebody else support you for a change. Made him happy to have me around, and I guess I liked it okay, too, for a while. But, gee, what a bore. All he did was talk about getting enough money to go back to the old country. Well, who wants to go back to any old country when you can have such a ball in this one? I know I always have, even when I was married to old Willie. Of course, he just didn't always know where I was half the time. Well, don't you like having fun, Johnny? Huh? I mean, with people more like your own age, huh? How old are you, Johnny? Don't answer it. No, don't answer it. The place is closed.
Well, it might be for me, Mrs. Lehman.
Oh, yeah.
Kirby. Yeah?
And listen, Johnny.
Oh.
If you can get me that
Sure.
insurance money in a hurry, well,
Yeah, good.
I'll want you
tell you
to
what
know
he
I
finds?
appreciate it.
Gloria, how long ago were you married to Willie Lehman?
Last September.
Yeah.
Oh?
Now, why do you say it that way? I
Okay,
told
I'll
you,
go on
Johnny,
back
I
to the
married the
station.
old man so he could take care of me.
Excuse me, Johnny. I got to get back to headquarters. Ballistics downtown is sending up a report on the bullets we found.
Oh, good.
Also, Bob Golden picked up a bum in a saloon, and it looks like he's the one that did this job.
They picked up the guy that killed Willie?
Looks like it. You want to come with me, Johnny? Well, do you or don't you?
Yeah, Mike. I'll go along with you.
I told all those other cops. I'm the guy that heisted the dough out of Lehman's Liquors last night.
Then you shot and killed him, Benny.
Oh, no. No, I tell you, I didn't do it. That's the truth. So help me, that's the truth.
Are you trying to say somebody else went in there and shot him after you left, Benny?
Well, I don't know.
There was no reason if you'd already taken his money.
I don't know. How should I know? You think I stuck around there after I got his dough?
How many shots did you fire at him, Benny?
How many shots? I didn't fire none. You saw that gun the cops took off of me. It was made of rubber. That's all it was. It was made of rubber. If I hadn't got stupid and gone out and got drunk and showed it to somebody and told them how I got away with the money from that liquor store with it, you think these dumb cops had ever got wise to me?
You didn't fire a single shot?
How could I? I wave my rubber gun at him. He reaches under the counter. He comes up empty, so he gives me the dough and I leave.
You're lying, Benny.
You make a paraffin test, Mike.
Yeah, and I think this is the result of it. Well, Conroy?
The paraffin test was negative, Sergeant. No sign of powder on either of his hands.
Also, Sergeant.
Yeah, you see? I told you I never had no real gun.
All right, Benny.
I told you all I did was rob that joint. So
Shut up,
what do you want me
Benny.
to
Shut
do?
up. Yeah, Conroy? Also, Sergeant, here's the report from downtown on the bullets from ballistic. Good, let me have them. And also, they returned that gun to Mr. Lehman's that they found beside his body. There's no prints at all on it. Now,
Johnny.
Is there anything else?
Take a look at this. Yeah?
Conroy?
Yes.
Get this bum out of here. Lock him up upstairs.
Yes, sir. Come on, Benny.
You wise guys can't pin no murder rap on me. You wait till I get a lawyer.
Oh, yeah, we'll wait.
What's it say, Mike?
Listen, the bullet that killed Willie Lehman and the bullets we pulled out of the wall of that store.
Well?
Johnny, they all came from Lehman's own gun.
Well, how about that?
In other words, with the help of that phony rubber pistol, Benny somehow got Lehman's gun away from him. Maybe Lehman had already pulled off a couple of shots and missed, but the one that killed him...
Oh, yeah. The paraffin test showed no powder on Benny's hands.
Then he must have worn gloves. He must have killed Lehman.
You want to bet?
Then who did?
Well, first, I think I'd better get some proof.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Be sociable, look smart, keep up to date with Pepsi, drink light, refreshing Pepsi, stay young and fair and debonair. Be sociable, have a Pepsi.
When friends drop in, let your hospitality show you're sociable in the modern manner. Pepsi, you know, is the favorite of the smart and young at heart.
Be sociable, look smart, keep up to date with Pepsi, drink light, refreshing Pepsi, stay young and fair and debonair. Be sociable, have a Pepsi.
Have you tried a Pepsi lately?
Now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Listen, Mike, you're overlooking one thing.
Like what, Johnny?
That Benny's a shaky old bum, a wino. Suppose he'd gone into that liquor store with a real gun instead of that phony little rubber one you boys found on him.
Well?
You think for a minute he could have stood up against a crack shot like you say Lehman was?
Well, now, that's
Of course
beside...
not. Now, could he get Lehman's gun away from him and kill him with it? Ever since he kept the gun in that store, not a single hold-up man has got the better of him. He even killed one of them a month ago.
That's very true.
All right. Now, I think I can get your killer for you. Only you have to let me get her my own way. Her, that's right.
You mean Lehman's wife, Gloria?
That's right.
Johnny, I thought of her, too. Motive, opportunity, everything. But proof.
Let me handle it my own way.
But if she didn't do it...
If I'm wrong, it won't be any reflection on you, on your record.
Oh. I see what you mean.
Okay. We'll take my car. And you gotta promise me one thing.
What's that?
That you'll stay outside, that you won't make any move until I ask you to, no matter what happens.
Well, now, Johnny...
Otherwise, you can try hauling her in yourself. But, of course, if you're wrong about her.
Okay, Johnny, let's go.
I'm glad you came along, Johnny. I'm getting awful tired of having all those cops around here.
All right, listen, Gloria.
And you are going to get that $30,000 insurance money for me in a hurry, aren't you? You know how long it'll take for me to get the rest of his stuff here in this state. A guy dies, it's sometimes a couple of years before they... What's the matter, Johnny?
30,000, huh?
What?
I thought you didn't know the amount of that insurance.
Well, Johnny...
Gloria, the only recent attempts at a holdup were made between the times the cops had a stakeout here, right?
Yes, that's right, Johnny.
Then
because-
somebody must have passed the word around when everything was clear.
You think so? Gee, that's...
Yeah, and I also think that the only people who knew when the police weren't here were you and your husband.
Well, you don't think he'd go around blabbing it?
No, I don't.
Well, then, Now, wait a minute, Johnny Dollar.
Don't get your back hair up, Gloria. Not yet.
What?
Your husband was good enough with a gun to have thwarted 7 robbery attempts in a row.
That's right.
So I think he could have prevented his own murder if he'd had his gun last night.
Well, of course he had it. They found it laying next to his body.
Somebody was glad to see these holdups, these attempts anyway, because it provided a perfect excuse to kill him.
Now, listen,
he
Johnny.
kept the gun under the counter, didn't he?
Sure. Right here, under the register.
Okay. I'm going to put my gun there.
What are you up to, Johnny?
Get behind the counter a minute. About where he'd stand when a customer came in.
Well, sure. Right about here.
So last night, a man came in and he stood about here. He pulled a toy gun out of his pocket, demanded the money in the register.
What is this?
What would your husband have done? Well?
Grab the gun. Like this.
You're pointing that right at me, you know.
That's what he would have done.
But there was no gun there last night, because you had taken it. And when the bandits left, you were standing up on the stairs, there at the back. You'd come down from your apartment.
What are you talking about?
The bullet that killed him went from his right shoulder down to his heart, down to the lower ribs, because you were up on the stairs when you shot him. Then you fired a couple of shots into the wall and you called the police.
To prove that, Johnny, enough for the cops?
When I tell them, Gloria...
But you won't, Johnny, because it happened just the way you said. But you're never going to tell.
Gloria!
Too late, Johnny. No. You took the bullets out. You tricked me.
That's right, Gloria.
Dirty, double-crossing. You lying cheat.
You happy, Sergeant? Pretty obvious, I guess, right from the beginning. But as I said, getting proof, or in this case, a confession, isn't always so easy. Anyhow, expense account total, including mileage on the rental car and the trip back to Hartford, I'll call it $250 even. Okay? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment.
Can you get premium gasoline performance at regular gasoline price? Find out what so many other car owners have found. In 3 out of 5 cars, regular priced Sinclair Dyno gasoline matches performance of premium gasolines, saves you up to 4 cents a gallon. Almost anywhere you see the Sinclair sign, you can save up to 4 cents a gallon with Dyno and still get premium performance and mileage. Drive with care and buy Sinclair Dyno gasoline. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is written by Jack Johnstone, produced and directed by Fred Hendrickson. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in our cast were Jackson Beck, Joseph Julian, Jack Grimes, Bob Maxwell, and Peter Fernandez. Music supervision by Ethel Huber. Sound patterns by Walter Otto. Tomorrow begins a new week's hilarity with Arthur Godfrey Time on the CBS Radio Network.
From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
Lud Barlow, Johnny. I'm on a spot.
What's the matter?
The Templeton house in Boston was knocked over sometime during the night. We have a $100,000 loss on our hands. Can you go over there right away?
Well, I'll see what the plane situation is, Lud. And
Never mind the plane situation. Just pack up and get out to the airport. I'll meet you at Hangar 12.
What?
I'm chartering a plane for you.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Mideastern Indemnity Corporation, Home Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Templeton matter.
Expense account item 1, $5 even, cab fare from my apartment to Hangar 12 at the airport. A twin-engine Bonanza had been rolled out and a fueling truck was pulled up alongside. A man in a sheepskin seemed to be supervising things. The man who seemed to be supervising him was Lud Barlow. When he saw me, he waved his briefcase.
Hey, Johnny.
Hi.
Are you all set?
Well, I'm here. That's what you mean, Lud.
That all your luggage?
Yeah, this is it.
This is Tommy Clark, Johnny, your pilot. How are you?
Hi, Tom.
I'll stow this gear for you.
Oh, thanks.
The faster we move on this, the better off we are. You know that.
I know.
This is the blanket policy. This is the itemized list. This is the itemized list broken down. You'll have to check the itemized against the sales. Your authorization procedure. And a description of stock records, including shipments received by Templeton House up to and including the first day of last week. Okay?
Swell. Now maybe you'll tell me what this is all about.
And when you get there... What?
What it's all about. Let's start with Templeton House, huh?
It's the biggest jewelry firm in Boston.
You said they were robbed last night.
Burglarized, broken into somewhere between 5 and 7 o'clock in the morning.
All set, Mr. Dollar.
What'd they get away with?
Well, that's for you to find out, Johnny. We carry a blanket policy on all their stock. Anything in the store in the way of merchandise is covered.
On the phone, you said something about $100,000.
It may be $200,000, Johnny.
I take it you talked to somebody in Boston.
Yeah.
Did you talk to the police?
Yes, for a minute. I told them I was sending a man. They're expecting you.
Give you a hand, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, thanks, Tom.
Okay?
Yeah. Thanks. Who's in charge, Lud?
Lieutenant Roebuck.
Roebuck?
Yeah.
Get your seatbelt, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, sure.
He'll want to see those contents records. You be sure and tell him they're up to date.
Who's the man with the company?
What?
The man at the company.
Templeton.
Stand clear, Mr. Barlow.
Remember, Johnny, a client can face a thing like this a lot better if a man from the insurance company standing by.
I'll try to remember that.
Good luck and keep me informed.
By the time we arrived at the Boston airport, I'd read over the policy and had a fair idea of the coverage involved. Expense account item 2, $10, more cab fare. I dropped my bags off at the Independence Hotel and had the driver take me over to Templeton House. 2 police cars were parked in front of the building, and 2 uniformed police officers were parked in the doorway.
I'm sorry, mister. The store's not open today.
Well, I'm from the insurance company.
Oh. Lieutenant Roebuck's in the back. Go ahead.
At the back of the store, a white-coated intern and an ambulance attendant were working over a blanket-wrapped figure laid out on the stretcher. One of them was operating a plasma tube. The other was checking the pulse. A group of men, some in uniform, were watching closely. The tall, thin one seemed to be in charge of things. Roebuck?
Yeah.
Johnny Dollar, Mid-Eastern Indemnity.
Oh, that didn't take you long. This, Sergeant Younger, Sergeant Toohey, this is Mr. Dollar from the insurance company.
Hi, man. What's this?
Oh, this man was a special patrolman working the area. He must have walked right into the middle of it and got himself shot. They've been giving him transfusions ever since they found him.
Uh-huh. Said anything yet?
He hasn't been conscious. Doc, how about it?
We can't do any more here, Lieutenant. We'll have to risk a trip to the hospital and try to operate. Okay, boys, load up.
Doc, this is Mr. Dollar, insurance company.
How are you, Doctor?
Okay.
Doc, we're going to want to talk to him the minute he comes around.
I'm not going to promise you anything, Lieutenant. Well, see ya.
All right. Yeah, Mr. Dollar, you didn't waste much time.
I brought a contents list that might help you, Lieutenant.
Good. The best help we're going to get is from that patrolman. Come on, I'll show you around. This is where they got in.
Jimmy, huh?
Yeah, most likely. There's marks there on the door jamb. As near as we can tell right now, they only took important stuff. Easy to move.
Easy to break down and unload, you mean?
Yeah. Here you can see where they snipped the alarms, grounded the wires.
Mm-hmm. Showcases aren't touched.
No, they went straight for the safe, Dollar. Well, we really got something on our hands, huh? You don't just break into a store and open one of these things very easy.
Someone did. The neighborhood was canvassed for possible witnesses. I spent the rest of the morning with Dorian Templeton, the owner of the company. By noon, we had taken an inventory of the missing stock and drawn up a tentative list.
As far as I know, that about does it, Mr. Dollar. Oh, what's the next step?
I'll check this against the merchandise received reports, Mr. Templeton. It'll take a while. As soon as I have that finished, you can check it over again and file a formal claim.
And then?
The company will reimburse you in cash.
Well, what are the chances for recovery in a case like this?
Well, I could quote the actuaries, Mr. Templeton, but I won't.
Why not?
Whoever broke in here last night knew what they were about. They opened your vault the way you'd open your front door. They took what they wanted and got out very quickly. No alarm, no witnesses. The chances are they planned the rest of it just as well. They probably scattered. The police aren't sure how many men were involved. They know it was at least 2 men, possibly 3.
How do they arrive at that?
1 man working on the safe, another man looking out, possibly 2. The point is, the more men who are involved, the harder it'll be for them to take the jewelry, break it down, sell it, and stay out of sight.
They're going to get away with it?
I didn't say that.
Well, nothing seems to have gone wrong with their plan so far.
One thing went wrong. That special patrolman surprised them. True, he didn't have time to draw his gun or sound the alarm, but they had to shoot him. And if something hadn't gone wrong, they'd have been satisfied to knock him on the head.
Yes. Well, what happens now?
Well, that's up to the police. I can tell you their investigation will take some time. Burglary is the toughest kind of thing to work on.
Why?
No witnesses.
I never thought of that.
Dollar, you all cleaned up?
Oh, we got a tentative list. As soon as I check it, I'll give it to you.
Okay. Mr. Templeton, I'd like to have you come with me now.
Now?
Yes, we'll want your statement, sir, and there's quite a bit of work to do with the employees.
All right.
Dollar, as soon as you get the list up, give me a ring, will you?
Yeah, okay. Any news about the policeman?
Yeah. It's a murder case now.
Expense account item 3, $25, stenographic fees. The public stenographer at the hotel helped me make a comprehensive list of the stolen items, which was verified by Templeton. The amount of loss was set at $100,000. By late afternoon, clerks, stenographers, accountants, designers, salespeople, stonecutters, all in Templeton's employ had made statements to Lieutenant Roebuck. The statements were in the process of being checked. A general roundup of known safecrackers and burglary suspects had begun. Expense account item 4, $3.75 dinner. Lieutenant Roebuck and myself.
Well, it's going to be a long night.
Yeah. Any luck on the employees?
Oh, it's hard to say yet. One of them has a record.
Hmm?
Yeah, a fellow named Tabor, one of the janitors there. He's a 2-time loser. I had him tucked away in a cell until we clear some of this other stuff away.
Has he said anything?
Oh, he denies all knowledge. As far as time incident goes, he was home sleeping when all this happened, but that doesn't rule him out of somehow getting that safe combination and passing it on to a friend.
Yeah.
Man with the record's apt to have that kind of friends who'd be interested in just that kind of thing.
Hey, how much do you want me around?
You're a free agent, Dollar. If you have any ideas, I'll listen. It's a tough baby, any way you look at it.
Let me talk to Tabor. There might be a shortcut.
Why not?
Well?
John Tabor?
That's right. Who are you?
Johnny Dollar. I'd like to talk to you a minute.
Okay, talk.
You might be in a lot of trouble, Tabor. That'd be too bad. They tell me you're a 2-time loser.
If you don't believe what they tell you, you just go look it up for yourself. It's right down there in the books.
How did you get that job at Templeton's?
I asked for it.
They know about your record?
No.
You keep it from them?
I didn't broadcast it, would you?
No.
Okay, what other dumb questions have you got?
Do you have any ideas about this?
I've got a lot of ideas.
Do you know anything about it?
No.
Need anything?
What?
Cigarettes, anything?
I'm all set.
Okay. My company faces a big loss in this case. We'd like to avoid that loss. There's a standard offer I'm authorized to make in some instances. I'm going to make it to you. If you have any knowledge of this crime and can furnish any information that will lead to the arrest of the persons involved and recovery of the merchandise, my company will guarantee you the best possible legal assistance in the event that information should incriminate you.
That's pretty generous.
Well, I have to say it to you. You can use your own judgment. Hey, guard. It's a pretty good offer when you think about it, Tabor. You have a record. The police can't pass you up without a lot of scrutiny. You know that.
That record makes me a real hot one. I swiped a couple of cars, and now they think I might have opened that vault.
No, they don't think that. But they have to find out if you might have contact with somebody who did open it.
I don't know anything about it.
In that case, you'll be released.
Oh, sure. Sure, I'll be released when every cop in town had a go at me twice. I'll be released when the guys who did the job walk into the station and say we didn't mean it, we want to give it back. They've always got to have somebody to throw to the newspapers.
Maybe.
You know it and I know it. Nothing better than to throw some old ex-con in a can and hold him for questioning.
Well, Dolly? You go for it?
No.
Any more ideas?
Turn him loose, Lieutenant. See whom he talks to and whom he meets. John Tabor was released without bail, and a 24-hour watch was put on his residence. By 10 o'clock the next morning, the police had located 3 witnesses to the shots that had killed the special patrolman. However, none of them had seen the burglars or the car that was used. The district attorney's office issued an order impounding the financial records of Templeton House. A complete audit revealed that its affairs were in excellent shape. It also revealed that Templeton himself was the only man in the jewelry firm who had the combination to the vaults. His statements emphatically denied giving the combination to anyone. As far as the police were able to determine, he was telling the truth. The search for all known safecrackers extended into New York and Philadelphia and Chicago. On the morning of the 3rd day, a claims adjuster arrived from Hartford with a check for $100,000, full payment on the claim. 2 hours later, we had the first break on the case.
Hey! Caller, hey!
What? Oh, hello, Lieutenant.
Come on, get in.
What's up?
Well, the Harbor Division found a body down by the docks early this morning, all weighted down with 38 slugs. They were fired from the same gun that killed that special patrolman.
They match, huh?
Like the dimples on your knee.
Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in just a moment.
It is a rare event when a young man decides to leave civilization behind and hide himself away in the steaming jungle, just so he can help his fellow humans in a remote corner of the world. The late Dr. Tom Dooley did just that when he left the United States to help the sick and starving jungle people in the little kingdom of Laos in Southeast Asia. Dr. Dooley's story is well known to nearly everyone. And all over the world, people talk of his little jungle hospital on stilts. That's where he treated the dread diseases of the jungle and trained native medical technicians so that they might help their own people. Dr. Dooley wrote and lectured to many people so that the work of his medical assistance program, Medico, might go on. It was not easy for someone so young and so talented to give up the bright lights of the city and plant himself down in an unknown jungle just for the purpose of helping unfortunate people he didn't even know. But through Medico, Dr. Tom Dooley wanted to help people. He wanted to help people to help themselves. Today, the work of Medico is going forward in a number of countries besides Laos. Young men are being sent to the United States to be schooled in medicine with the idea of returning to their own countries to help their own people. Hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of medical supplies have been donated by American businessmen and pharmaceutical companies. Today, Dr. Tom Dooley's work is being continued for him. It is helping to create better understanding. It is an injection of the spirit of freedom, the right of all men everywhere.
Now, Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Templeton Matter.
I spent the rest of the day with Lieutenant Roebuck at the morgue. The body that had been found in the harbor was a man about 35 to 40 years old, slim-build, dark hair. The labels had been cut out of his clothes and the laundry marks torn off. His fingerprints didn't check with anything in the local files. Roebuck put them on the wire to Washington and requested an urgent identification. Johnny Dollar.
Blood Barlow, Johnny. What's this in the paper?
Well, the special patrolman and the unidentified man were killed by the same gun. As soon as we get an identification, we can go to work.
How about that ex-con that turned up working at Templeton's?
Tabor? Well, they're still watching him. He might have been the case man. So far, it's just an idea.
I'd like a recovery on this one, Johnny.
So would I.
What do you think is possible?
Well, 2 days ago, I would have said no. Today, things look better. For one thing, none of the merchandise has shown up on the market. For another thing, there has to be some kind of connection with this unidentified man.
I just read your report on Templeton himself. He's out of the question as a suspect.
So far, yeah.
He's the only one who had the combination to the safe.
There's no apparent motive for him to rob himself.
But he's the only one
Don't
who
start
had...
yelling at me, Lud. I know what you're thinking. Find a motive. Well, give us time, boy. Give us time on everything. Lud?
Oh, I guess I hate to pay off big claims.
You may get it back. Keep your pants on. Expense account item 5, $50 deposit for rented car. That afternoon, I drove from Boston to Creeksdale, the home of the Grantland Safe Company, where I met a man who looked as formidable as the product he manufactured.
I am Grantland, sir.
I found him standing inside a shiny new vault, ready for shipment.
Beautiful thing, eh? On its way to South America tonight.
Well, I never thought of a safe exactly that way, Mr. Grantland.
Ah, beauty, strength. Think for a moment, sir, the treasures it will someday hold. But I bore you, sir, with my enthusiasm. Now then, you say you are here on a matter of vaults?
One vault, Mr. Grantland.
No?
The one your company sold and installed at the Templeton House in Boston 17 years ago.
Yes.
Have you read about the burglary?
No, sir, I have not. Templeton House?
Yes. The vault was opened.
Blasted?
Opened. Someone had a combination.
I am bewildered, sir. Indeed I am. You'll want a thorough accounting from my organization, of course.
Well, that's up to the police, Mr. Grantland. Right now, for my own information, I wonder if you could tell me who might have the combination to that vault.
Well, in answer to your question, I would first have to inspect our records.
Well, I brought the serial numbers.
Oh, well, let me see. That's as good as... the K series. Mr. Keating set the final combination.
Mr. Keating?
Yes, my chief engineer for years.
And who else?
Myself, sir. I'd have a record of the combination in my own file.
And who are those available to?
Myself, sir. I keep them in my own vault.
I see. Anyone else?
No one here. The people in proper authority at Templeton's.
I'd like to meet Mr. Keating if I could.
Impossible, Mr. Dollar.
Why?
Mr. Keating has been dead these 6 years.
I drove back to Boston, phoned Roebuck, and told him about my interview with Grantland. He said he'd already started looking into Grantland's background and expected to have a report within 36 hours. I was a little surprised when Dorian Templeton called half an hour later and asked me to have lunch with him.
Would you like a drink?
No, not now, thanks, no.
I didn't know whether to call you or the police, Mr. Dollar. I finally decided on you.
Uh-huh. What's the matter?
Well, it's one of those strange things. I'm not a particularly observant man, and I don't know why I observed this.
Go on.
However, last night, Mrs. Templeton and I went to a dinner dance at the country club. We thought with all this business, a little relaxation should do me some good.
Yeah, sure.
There was a young girl at the table next to ours, a very pretty girl whom I've never seen before. I happened to notice her handbag, jeweled affair, quite expensive. One of our items.
Yeah?
It didn't occur to me until we were leaving that it had been sample stock, not for sale.
What do you mean?
It was stolen, Mr. Dollar.
Why not the police, Mr. Templeton?
I was going to call them first thing this morning and report it. And then I got a package in the mail. It was the handbag, intact. Crazy?
You said it. Did you happen to get the name of the girl?
I asked the maitre d'. He said her name was Helen Tabor.
That's not so crazy. Expense account item 6, 10 cents, one phone call to Lieutenant Roebuck to see if John Tabor was still being watched. Roebuck said that 2 men were on duty watching his house at all times. I saw them when I drove up an hour later. They were parked across the street.
Yes?
Miss Tabor?
Yes, who are you?
Johnny Dollar, is your father in?
He's sleeping right now. May I help you?
I don't know. Didn't I see you at the country club last night?
Why, Yes, were you there?
Couldn't keep my eyes off of you. Or your handbag.
Oh.
I'll talk to him, honey.
Dad, is anything wrong?
Nothing I can't handle. Go ahead, fix up a pot of coffee.
All right, Dad.
Nice girl, Tabor.
Yeah.
Templeton was at the country club last night. He saw her. You can talk to me or you can talk to the police.
I don't have to talk to anybody.
The way it looks is that you cased the job. You might even have killed a special patrolman. He was shot close range. Could have been somebody new and trusted. You've got your share of things. That handbag was part of it. A little part of it.
The way it looks, huh?
And that's about it. Of course, I don't understand why you sent the handbag back, but then you've probably got a good story for that.
Oh, I've got a good story. Nobody will believe it, but I've got a good one. It starts off by me saying I didn't help in that heist. I had nothing to do with it. I didn't case the place for anybody. I didn't even know it was coming off.
Let's get to the handbag, huh?
I took that 2 days ago. I borrowed it. I've been borrowing stuff right along whenever my kid needed anything. I always come back in good shape. I told her they let me do it. She don't know anything.
Borrowed, huh? That's kind of a strange philosophy.
I don't even know how to spell the word. I do know my kid's got a life ahead of her. I got to give her every chance to look good, act good, use her brains, meet the right people. Not just because the right people have money, but because they know more right people. It takes a little extra to let her do things like that.
You let her use the handbag because she had a date to go to a dance.
You guys are all the same. I didn't expect you to believe it.
Oh, relax. Maybe I do believe you.
What?
It sounds nutty enough to be the truth.
It is the truth.
All right.
You taking me in?
I'm going to tell Roebuck about this. He'll probably want to talk to you. He can check it better than I can. No, I haven't any authority to take you in. I wouldn't take you in anyhow. I'm interested in guys who walk into vaults. See you around.
Hey, wait a minute.
What?
I never thought I'd see the day when I try to help a cop or anybody like a cop. Maybe this is the day. I saw the paper last night.
Oh?
The picture of that guy they found floating in the harbor. They tagged him yet?
He's a John Doe until we hear from Washington.
His name's Kiley. Billy Kiley.
How do you know?
I used to know him a long time ago.
Billy Kiley?
Yeah, from Philadelphia.
Thanks. A check with the Philadelphia police and a comparison of fingerprints identified the man as William H. Kiley. His Boston address was on Parker Street. I drove out there with Lieutenant Roebuck. It was an ordinary, undistinguished apartment house. No one answered at apartment 12A, so we let ourselves in. The room had nothing to offer in the way of evidence.
Well, did you find anything?
No.
Well, I'll have some men come out here and give it a good going over. Well, maybe the manager or the tenants will have something that'll help us. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Now, be careful, though.
Yeah. Yeah?
Tim?
Yeah, this is Tim.
Any trouble there?
A little.
Say that again.
A little.
I don't know who you are, but I know you're not Tim.
Oh, it sounds like we're getting something. Here, let me have the phone. I'll see if I can trace him.
Don't bother. I know where we can find him.
What?
I'd recognize his voice anywhere. It was dark by the time we got to the Grantland Safe Company factory in Creeksdale. There was a single work light spreading a sickly yellow glow over the main floor loading platform. We were expected. It went off somewhere in the darkness of the building.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right, let's try for that stair railing.
Right.
You see the flashes?
There.
All right. We'll have to try and make it.
Mr. Dollar?
Hey, you're alone. Answer him.
Yeah?
What are you doing here?
Looking for $100,000 worth of jewelry and the answer to a couple of murders. Funny?
You're very foolhardy, but you're courageous. A man of your perception could do well with a part of that money.
No, thanks. I'll take it all.
You will take nothing, sir.
Keep him talking. I'll try to get under the stairs.
Are you alone?
For a little while. But I've got people coming, though.
Oh, people, eh? Mr. Dollar?
Still alive and kicking, Mr. Grantlin. You can't shoot around corners.
No. But then I don't have to shoot around the corner. Very good shooting, sir.
Grantlin, I want a statement.
No statement. No
He was dead before the ambulance arrived, and there was no statement. There was never a statement. As nearly as it could be pieced together, Grantlin himself opened the vaults at Templeton House. William Kiley and possibly a man named Tim helped him. Kiley, of course, was killed for his efforts. Tim never appeared, was never identified. My hotel bill ran up to $168. That's item 7. Item 8, $35, car rental. I got $50 deposit back. Item 9, $32.50, airfare and incidentals back to Hartford. Expense account total, $413.28. Remarks? Put that against $100,000 the insurance company didn't have to pay off. Johnny Dollar.
This is Barlow. I just talked to Roebuck in Boston. There's not one scrap of that jewelry anywhere in that whole safe factory. Not one piece.
I know.
What?
Just about now, there's a safe at the port of New York being shipped to South America. It's a Grantlin safe. And if you hurry over there, you can... Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Johnny Dollar has come to you through the worldwide facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
George Reed speaking.
Oh, good morning, George.
Is it?
Well, sure. The birds are singing, the bees are buzzing.
And there are whales in the Gulf of Mexico.
So there are. What?
You know anything about whales, Johnny?
Can't say that I do.
Well, neither do I. And neither does our agent down in Gulfport, Mississippi. Can you go down there?
Well, yeah, sure, but what's this all about?
I told you. A whale.
Oh, come on. You people didn't insure it. Now, George.
Oh, Johnny, of course we didn't. But we did write a floater policy covering 80 pounds of ambergris.
Amber who?
Gris comes from a whale. Very valuable, used in the making of perfume.
Oh, yeah.
We issued the policy a week ago. Yesterday, the stuff disappeared.
How much did you cover it for?
$20,000. And our agent down there is W.C. Owen. Got it?
Owen, huh?
Yes. You really shouldn't have any trouble locating the stuff.
No? Why not?
Because, and I quote Mr. Owen, ambergris smells worse than a hound dog which has caught a skunk.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Floyd's of England, American Branch Office, 443 North 15th Street, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Michael Meany Mirage matter. Expense account item 1, $168. Transportation from Hartford to the Markham Hotel in Gulfport, Mississippi. I called W.C. Owen, the agent who had sold the policy covering the ambergris. Half an hour later, I opened the door of my room to a middle-aged man wearing a brown seersucker suit.
Mr. Dollar, is that right?
Sure is. Come on in, Mr. Owen. Come on, in.
Thanks. Well, Dollar, I'm not going to fool around about this. I'm in a mess, and you're my only chance of getting out of it.
Well, I'll do whatever I can, Mr. Owen.
You just find that ambergris. And, man, please find it within the next 48 hours.
Oh, why the rush?
2 reasons. When the ambergris was stolen off the freight platform at the train depot day before yesterday, it was packed for shipping. Had enough dry ice around it to last 72 hours, but no more.
Uh-huh. Now, what's the second reason?
That Mike Meany.
Who's he?
Owner of the ambergris and a real good client of mine. I promised him you'd locate the stuff for sure.
Well, I appreciate your confidence, Mr. Owen.
Name's W.C. Mr. around here sounds too highfalutin for an insurance salesman.
Okay, W.C. But what's this fellow Meany so worried about? The ambergris is covered for $20,000.
He told me he'd learned it was worth a lot more than that since the floater was issued. Something up near $60,000.
Pretty rare stuff.
Which is. Matter of fact, this is the first time I've ever heard of anybody finding ambergris in the Gulf.
Who fished in out of the water? Meany?
No, a young fellow worked for him named Billy Fisher.
Did Meany buy it from Fisher?
Didn't have to. Belonged to Mr. Meany right off.
Oh, why's that?
Well, because Fisher works for him. Mr. Meany lets out his fishing boats to fellas which ain't got no boat of their own, or even a chance of getting one.
He rents them out, you mean?
No, he don't rent them. He lets them out on share. Mr. Meany puts up the boat, gas, nets, everything. And whoever runs the boat, well, whatever he catches, he belongs to Mr. Meany.
Oh, and because Fisher happened to be in Meany's boat when he found the ambergris, it automatically became Meany's property, huh?
Now you got it, boy.
Uh-huh. Did Fisher know what it was? Or the value of it when he turned it over to Meany?
Well, you have to ask him about that.
Yeah, I plan to. But first, I'd like to have a talk with this Mike Meany.
I'm way ahead of you, Dollar. I called Meany right after you called me. He's waiting for us.
How far does he live from here?
Oh, about 3 or 4 miles down the beach road toward Biloxi. Place called Mississippi City.
Mississippi City?
Uh-huh. But don't let the name fool you. Ain't nothing there except a couple of stores, fishing boat landing, and the train depot.
Sounds like a real quiet place.
It is. It's also where this whole thing started and where I hope it finishes. And the sooner, the better.
A few minutes later, we were driving east along the coast. Ahead of us, we could see Mississippi City's one and only landmark, a long wooden pier extending far out into the Gulf. Anchored near the end of it were several small fishing boats. We passed the Meany General Store and the Meany Fish Market, then turned into a narrow driveway. I'm not sure what kind of a house I'd expected Mike Meany to live in, but this certainly wasn't it. It was too small and it needed a coat of paint. We got out and Owen led the way to the side porch.
Mr. Meany, you at home?
Doesn't look like he is.
No, he's here. Listen.
What in the name of...
Sure heavy, ain't he? Yes, sir. Ain't another man his size in the whole United States.
Good night, I believe it.
W.C., boy, you sure took your sweet time getting here. Yeah.
Well, made it just fast we could, Mr. Meany. This is the fellow I was telling you about, Mr. Johnny Dollar.
Both of you come inside. That's it. Come on in. You men sit down on the sofa. I'll just lower myself into this here chair. There. Yeah, now then. You're a detective, huh, Dollar?
Well,
then me ain't giving me an answer. You're a detective or you ain't a detective. Now, which is it?
I'm an insurance investigator. Right now, I'm being paid to find 80 pounds of ambergris that you lost.
Lost?
He didn't mean nothing by saying that.
You hush up, you road agent.
Mr. Meany.
Dollar, that stuff was stolen, you hear? Thieved. right in the broad light of day.
You're sure?
Well, I'm sure 80 pounds of ambergris didn't get up and walk off by itself.
Yes, sir. Me too.
Itself.
Exactly where was it when it was stolen?
Sitting in a box I had built for it, a special box. Smell-proof.
Cost $25.
Oh, shut up. I was sending it to New Orleans to a fella I'd heard might be able to sell it for me. The box was on the platform right outside the American Express office of the depot.
Here in Mississippi City?
Boy, you ever take a bad fall out of your crib? No, you ignorant, in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Where do you think that depot was?
Well, it could have been in Gulfport.
No, it could never do business there.
Okay, so I'm wrong.
No, but that's the first time you ever admitted it.
Had the box been checked in at American Express?
You mean had the freight been paid in New Orleans?
Yes, that's what I mean.
That scrounging, ignorant, no good.
Had it been paid, Mr. Meany?
No, it hadn't.
Why not?
Because the rat I trusted with the ambergris and sent down to the station to see it got on the train.
Yeah?
He'd promised. He'd give his word. He wouldn't take his eyes off that stuff for 1 second. No. That dirty. That no account. That...
Are you okay, Mr. Meany?
No. But you sit down. You make me nervous, W.C.
Yes, sir.
Every time I think of that T.J., that stupid nephew of mine, well, you know what he done, Dollar. He spotted something more interesting to look after than $20,000 worth of ambergris.
Okay, who was she?
Oh, W.C. told.
No, I didn't. No, sir. Mr. Dollar, he's just clever.
Yeah, well, anyway, according to T.J., this young female pulled up in an open car across the road from where he was at, and it wasn't until he got up close that he could see that she was wearing a strapless bathing suit.
You see, Mr. Dollar, T.J. thought...
He knows what T.J. thought, you miserable. You keep your mouth shut, W.C.
Oh, whatever you say, Mr. Meany.
Well, while T.J. was investigating the situation, someone made off with the ambergris, that right?
Right.
Well, what about the other people at the station?
There weren't no other people there.
How about the baggage clerk and the passenger agent? Where were they?
Sam Burroughs is the only man that works down the depot, and he was busy selling some woman a Pullman ticket to Memphis.
How long did T.J. talk to the girl?
Just a couple of minutes, according to him, that is.
If you want to ask him yourself, he works at the all-night cafe in Gulfport.
All right, thanks. Well, we sure haven't much to go on.
You got nothing to go on, so you might as well give me my $20,000 and head back up north, where you belong.
Not yet, Mr. Meany.
You got 45 hours. At the end of that time, I want my insurance money. You don't see that I have it, Mr. W.C. Owen, you're going to be sorry. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. I know.
Owen didn't say another word until we'd pulled out of Fat Mike Meany's driveway and had turned left going on down the beach toward Biloxi.
I suppose you think I should have stood up to him a little more, huh?
No, I figured you had your reasons for not wanting to get into an argument with him.
You see those boats off the end of the pier?
The small fishing boats, uh-huh.
Well, they belong to Meany. He's also got money invested in half the business place along the beach. You know what that means, Dollar.
Yeah, well, where I come from, he'd pull a lot of weight.
That's it. And anybody he gets riled at, well, one word from him and a good many of my clients would be screaming for me to cancel their policies.
Like that, huh?
Just like that.
Hey, where are we going?
Billy Fisher's. Leastways, this here's the boarding house he lives in. Come on.
Uh-oh. Okay, boy. Okay. Easy now, easy. That's it. Good boy, good boy.
Did you know the dog is back in this house?
Well, afternoon, Miss Harvey.
Oh, well, my goodness, Mr. Owen, this is an unexpected pleasure for sure.
Why, thank you, ma'am. This here is Mr. Johnny Dollar, Miss Harvey.
Afternoon.
Pleased to know you, Mr. Dollar. Wouldn't you like to come in and sit down?
No, thanks. We really don't have much time.
Oh?
Mr. Dollar is an insurance investigator. Right now, he wants to have a talk with Billy Fisher, providing his home.
Why, sure he is. You find him round the side there. Oh, but
Yes, sir?
Well, he's with Jane Higgins, Mr. Owen.
Jane Higgins?
Oh, you know her pa rented that old Miller place again. Girl that got Billy into that trouble.
Oh, yes.
What kind of trouble, Mrs. Harvey?
Well, it happened when the Higginses were down here 2 years ago. Billy and Jane have always been sweet on each other. But being as Billy is Billy and doesn't have a thing of his own, not even a job, except fishing one of Mr. Meany's boats. Well, Jane's pa just put his foot down.
But didn't mean a thing to Billy. No, sir. At least not until old man Higgins got a sheriff after him.
That still didn't stop Jane. And finally, the Higginses just packed up. They didn't come back until just 3 weeks ago Saturday.
How old is the Higgins girl now?
Oh, 18, 19. And she hasn't changed one bit in those 2 years. No, sir. She's just over here all the time.
Sure be some fur fly when her paw finds out.
There they are now. Billy? Jane? Hi. Come over here a minute, Billy. Someone wants to see you.
Sure.
Billy? Now this here's Mr. Dollar.
Hi. Howdy. Miss Higgins, Mr. Dollar, and Mr. Owen.
Hello, Miss Higgins. Billy, I wonder if I could speak to you alone for a moment, huh?
Yes, sir. What do you want to talk to me about?
Mr. Meany and the ambergris you found.
Oh, that.
Where did you find it, Billy?
Out near Cat Island, floating in the East Channel.
Uh-huh. Did you know what it was as soon as you saw it?
No, sir, not exactly, but I read a story once about a fellow that found some ambergris, and he sure made a lot of money off it.
So you weren't going to take any chances, and you hauled it aboard, is that right?
Yes, sir. Something like that.
Billy, you realized that anything you caught or salvaged with that boat belonging to Mr. Meany, it wasn't yours. You realized that, didn't you?
Well, not right then, I didn't know, sir. He gave me some kind of a contract to sign when I started working for him, but I never read it.
Well, what happened when you put in at the pier that night?
Oh, that Cliff Stillinger, Mr. Meany's checker. He spied the ambergris right off, and he made me turn it over to him.
Was that the last time you saw it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, that was it.
Okay, Billy. That's all I had on my mind.
Well, that's all? I mean, no questions about whether I swiped it from the train station or not?
Would you tell me if you had?
You crazy or something? Heck no.
After saying goodbye to Jane Higgins and taking a rain check on a dinner invitation for Mrs. Harvey, Owen and I drove back to town. I was tired and I was discouraged, and I needed a good night's sleep, so I had him drop me off at the hotel. At the desk, I found a message to call long-distance operator 19. A few minutes later, the call was completed.
George Reed speaking.
Hi, George. Thought it was you.
Johnny, where in blazes have you been? I've been trying to get hold of you all afternoon.
Oh, something important?
No, I was just curious about the weather down there.
Oh, well, it's great. Warm, but not too warm.
Johnny.
Okay, George, what's happened?
One of the boys upstairs got wind of that ambergris claim.
So?
So he just happens to have a friend who's an ichthyologist.
Well, bully for him.
Johnny, this ichthyologist says that ambergris comes only from the sperm whale. And there has never been a sperm whale alive that would be caught dead swimming in the Gulf of Mexico.
What?
You follow me, Johnny?
I think so. If there's never been a sperm whale in the Gulf, then that stuff you people insured couldn't have been... But, George, if it wasn't ambergris, what was it?
I don't know. But unless you find it, we're stuck for $20,000.
Holy smokes.
Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. Our flag now numbers 50 stars, and behind each star there stands yet another flag for each of the 50 states. New Mexico's flag is an ancient Zia sun symbol, a red circle on a field of yellow, radiating from 4 points, which we might indicate as north, east, south, and west, are 4 parallel lines. 4 was a sacred number of Zia, the number most often used by the giver of all good gifts. The earth had 4 main directions, each with its own gifts. The year had 4 seasons, each with a different offering for mankind. The day had 4 phases: sunrise, noontime, evening, and night. Life had its 4 divisions: childhood, youth, manhood, and old age. Everything in life and nature was bound together in a circle, the circle of life and love, without beginning and without end. And in this great brotherhood of all things, man had 4 obligations. He must develop a strong body, a clear mind, and a pure spirit. 4th, and most sacred, he must spirit to the welfare of his people. From this simple symbol, the Zia sun, we read the legend of a wonderful philosophy. The flag's colors of flaming red and golden orange represent the banners of Ferdinand and Isabella, which were carried by Columbus across the Atlantic. New Mexico's state flag, the flag of the 47th state to enter the Union, was adopted on March 19, 1925.
Now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Michael Meany Mirage Matter.
After talking to George Reed and learning that there was considerable doubt in his mind concerning the origin of the ambergris Mike Meany had insured with Reed's company, I called WCO and the agent who had issued the policy to come down to the hotel. He was as shocked and surprised as I'd been.
Johnny, I just can't believe it.
Yeah, well, it's true. At least according to a man who studied the habits of sperm whales for years.
Oh. And those kind of whales never come into the Gulf?
No, not according to him.
What if ambergris isn't ambergris? What is it?
WC, your guess is as good as mine. But whatever it isn't worth $20,000.
No, guess not. Johnny?
Yeah?
You don't think Mr. Meany's trying to pull a fast one, do you?
Trying to defraud the company?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I doubt it. He has all the money he'll need for a while.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Tell me, WC, did Meany have the ambergris analyzed before he asked you to insure it?
Matter of fact, he did. Even showed me a letter which said that the stuff was ambergris.
You remember who made the analysis for him?
A chemist over in Biloxi. Don't recall his name offhand, but he signed that letter he gave Mr. Meany.
Okay. First thing in the morning, we'll take another trip out to Meany's place.
Good.
In the meantime, don't mention any of this to anyone, will you?
No, I won't. Johnny?
Yeah?
I should have checked on that chemist, shouldn't I? And I shouldn't have been so anxious to take Mr. Meany's word.
Well, we all make mistakes.
Not big ones. Not big ones like this. Johnny, we just got to find that stuff. Because if we don't, we'll never know if it was ambergris or not. Will we?
No, WC, we won't. I felt sorry for Owen. I knew as well as he did that the company might recall his franchise unless we could prove it was ambergris that had been insured. And at the moment, I was quite sure we couldn't do that. The next morning, the coffee shop was crowded, so I started up toward the center of town looking for another place to have breakfast. I was about 4 or 5 blocks from the hotel when I heard someone calling me.
Mr. Dollar. Johnny.
Oh, yeah. Good morning, Jane.
Morning yourself.
Well, what are you doing in town so bright and early?
I'm going on a shopping spree.
Oh?
A girl can't get married in just any old thing, you know.
I guess she can't. Oh, well, who's the lucky guy?
Well, who do you think?
Billy Fisher?
I certainly wouldn't marry anyone else.
Well, Jane, it's none of my business, but I heard.
You heard that my father's dead set against Billy, didn't you?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, he is. But there isn't much he can do about it. I'm over 18. Besides, he's going to change his mind about Billy.
I hope so.
He's going to be real sorry he ever treats Billy the way he has.
Jane, look, I haven't had breakfast yet. How about joining me for a cup of coffee?
Oh, I'd love to. Where we go?
Oh, how about over there, the all-night cafe?
All right. Oh, no, do you know what time it is, Mr. Dollar?
Just 10 after 9. Why?
Well, I just remembered something important. I'll see you later here.
Funny. Or is it? I crossed the street and entered the all-night cafe. Behind the counter, wearing a white T-shirt, apron, and a Valentino-type hairdo, was a man about 23 years old.
Morning. What'll it be?
Ham and eggs and coffee.
I want them eggs.
Over easy, okay?
It's okay with me. I ain't eating them.
2 half-mice with pigs.
You want your coffee now?
Yeah, please. Do you happen to know a man named Mike Meany?
I should. He's my uncle.
Oh, well, then you must be TJ.
That's right. How come you know me?
I was talking to your uncle yesterday. My name's Dollar.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he told me if you come around, I should tell you anything you want to know.
Well, what happened at the depot that afternoon, TJ?
Didn't he already tell you that?
Well, I'd like to hear your side of it.
Well, ain't much to tell. I was sitting there waiting to put that box in the 303, and this here gal drove up.
Uh-huh. What happened then?
Man, she gave me just about the biggest come-on I ever did get.
So you left the freight platform and crossed the road to talk to her?
Well, shoot, Mr. Dollar. I didn't see nothing wrong in doing that. There wasn't nobody around.
Oh, there must have been.
Yeah, I reckon so, but I sure didn't see you.
TJ, did that girl tell you her name?
Yeah.
What is it?
Betty Lou Miller?
Betty Lou Miller.
Yeah. Now, look, mister, I'm busy.
No, wait. Have you seen her since then?
Well, sure.
When was that?
Well, just now, out in the street. She's the gal you was talking to.
I finished my ham and eggs and walked back to the hotel. Owen was waiting for me, but before we drove to Mike Meany's house, we made a stop at the railroad depot. The agent remembered everything that had happened that afternoon, the ambergris had been stolen, including the name of the woman who had purchased the Pullman ticket to Memphis at the time of the theft. After thanking Sam for his help, we went on to the Meany place.
Come on in. Sit yourselves down.
Hey, thank you, Mr. Meany.
Dollar, you find my ambergris here?
No, sir. But I think I know who has it.
What do you mean? You mean you know who stole it from the depot?
I think so, Mr. Meany. I'm not sure.
Well, boy, you just let me have their name. Yes, sir, I'll get the sheriff out here and see their foot under the jail. Now, you come on. Tell me, who did it?
No, sir, I'm sorry. I'll tell you when I'm sure and not before.
What? Well, when's that going to be?
Depends.
Depends on what?
Whether you'll help me or not.
Why, you ignorant, stupid Yankee. You know good and well, boy, I'll help you. Yes, sir. Now, what? What do you want me to do?
Give Owen here the letter you received from the chemist that analyzed the ambergris.
Is that all?
That's all for now.
But, boy, you Dollar, where do you think you're going?
To see a lady, Mr. Meany. Owen, I'll call you as soon as I'm sure.
Right. Good luck, Johnny.
In Owen's car, I drove down the beach to Mrs. Harvey's boarding house. Billy Fisher was out with the boat, so I had plenty of time to tell her what I knew.
It's all my fault, Mr. Dollar. I planned the whole thing and put Billy up to it.
And bought the Pullman ticket?
Yes, I still have it. Been meaning to turn it in for the money, but just haven't had a chance to get down to the depot.
Tell me, Mrs. Harvey, how did you know that T.J. would leave the ambergris when he did?
Oh, everybody around here knows T.J.'s weakness for girls. Wonder to me he hasn't been locked up long ago.
Yeah. Well, it was a beautiful job. You timed it just like a professional.
I thank you for the compliment.
Where was Billy?
In the woods on the other side of the railroad track. He waited till Jane got T.J. all mixed up, then he scooted across, got the ambergris, and ran back into the tree.
And Jane picked him up after leaving the depot?
Yes, sir. You care for a cup of coffee, Mr. Dollar?
No, thanks, Mrs. Harvey.
You look so downhearted.
Well, I guess that's part of my job, too. What did Billy do with the ambergris?
I sent it on to Atlanta. A man there's going to sell it for him.
Oh, I see.
My, you sure look like you lost your best friend.
Yeah, well, I ran into Jane this morning. She was going shopping for her trousseau.
Yes, I know.
Mrs. Harvey, if it turns out that isn't ambergris...
Oh, they'll still get married no matter what, Mr. Dollar. If not now, then someday.
Dollar! You Yankee schemer!
What?
Where you at?
What on earth?
Miss Harvey!
Well, that sounds like Mr. Owen.
And my friend, Mr. Meany.
Dollar! Just what you trying to pull?
I tried to keep him from coming over here, Mr. Dollar, but I just couldn't handle him at all.
All right,
It's a long way from being all right.
Just what do you want here, Mr. Fat Mike Meany?
What do I want? Why, woman, I want to arrest you and that dirty, backbiting Billy Fisher and his girl was stealing my ambergris. That's what I want.
Hush.
I want to see you in jail.
Jail? Don't be ridiculous.
Ridiculous? Why, woman...
That's what I said. Now, if you don't get off my property...
Yeah, but you, woman, you stole it.
How do you know I stole anything?
I know because this here worm of an insurance agent wouldn't have a customer left on the beach unless he told me.
Well, he told you wrong. Billy took that ambergris.
No.
But it belonged to him all the time.
Well, woman, that's a lie.
Ain't that right, Mr. Dollar?
Yeah, it sure is. At least it is if it was ambergris.
It's ambergris right enough.
Owen?
Well, I called that chemist, but He quit his job a couple of days ago. Couldn't find no record he'd made of it.
Don't need no record. It's ambergris, and it's mine.
It's Billy's.
Mine.
You think it's yours? You're seeing a mirage. Tell him, Mr. Dollar.
Dollar, if this is some kind of a low-down yank, he trick.
It's no trick, Mr. Meany. Mrs. Harvey showed me the contract you have with Billy.
Well, what's that got to do with him stealing the ambergris?
Just this.
This.
The contract states that all fish and fish products and byproducts caught or seined while using your boat belong to you.
That's right. Exactly right,
So, the ambergris doesn't.
What?
No, sir. Ambergris comes from a whale. And the whale is not a fish. It's a mammal.
Dollar, no, Dollar, you boy. No, wait a minute, Dollar.
Well, doggone.
They say that young love can work miracles, and I guess it must be true, because later that day, a huge sperm whale was sighted about 3 miles offshore near the Cat Island Channel. Proving, as I've always said, you can't figure whales any more than you can people. Expense account total, including hotel bill and transportation back to Hartford, $420.10. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, the wayward truck matter. And I'll leave you to figure that one out for yourself. But join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood. Written by Charles B. Smith, it is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Jeanette Nolan, G. Stanley Jones, Junius Matthews, Gil Stratton, Dick Crenna, and John Daner. Musical supervision is by Amerigo Marino. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cumberly speaking.
Johnny Dollar has come to you through the worldwide facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
Johnny Dollar.
This is Mr. Ernest L. Whiteman, Providential Assurance Company.
Providential Assurance?
That's right. You've heard of us, of course.
No, sir, I can't say that I have. But what's on your mind, Mr. Whiteman?
Embezzlement.
Don't try it.
What?
Liable to get yourself into a lot of trouble.
I beg your pardon.
I'm sorry. I was just trying to make it funny.
Oh, yes. Yes. Well, now, if you care to look into this for us...
Sure, why not?
Then I suggest you come here to my office and I shall give you the details.
I take it there's a fee here in addition to my expenses?
If you recover the money, something over $200,000, you can practically name your own fee.
Great.
That is up to, say, $5,000.
On a $200,000 loss?
That's right.
Oh, well, then maybe I'd better figure on padding out my expense account.
No, just a minute.
Oh, stop worrying, Mr. Whiteman.
But if you have any intention of
Just
holding
keep your shirt on. I'll be over to see you.
CBS Radio brings you Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Talk about best-selling records. Here's a familiar tune about America's best-selling filter cigarette, Winston. Winston gives you real flavor, full, rich tobacco flavor. And you know, that's because only Winston has filter blend up front. Choice, flavorful tobaccos, specially selected and specially processed for filter smoking. No wonder Winston tastes good. Like cigarette should smoke Winston.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Providential Assurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. Now, at this point, I don't know if it's the home office or not. Anyhow, following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Hand of Providential matter. For some reason or other, dealing with a new company usually spells trouble for me. But expense account item one, $1.25 for a taxi to the offices of Providential down in the square. When I say offices, I mean exactly two with a connecting door.
I'm very glad to see you, Mr. Dollar. I'm Ernest L. Whiteman.
Mr. Whiteman?
And this gentleman, Mr. Dollar...
I'm the man that had Ernie Whiteman send for you.
Yes, this is...
Name is Elwood Sprague, Dollar. I'm the owner of this business.
The sole owner, Mr. Sprague?
That's right, son. Providential Assurance is all mine, lock, stock, and barrel.
I see.
Made a lot of money in oil down in Texas. Couldn't find any way to spend it all, so I started this here. So what happens? All I get is more money out of it.
Yeah, well, Mr. Whiteman said something over the phone about an embezzlement.
Exactly. $200,000 that was taken from...
Go ahead and tell them all about it, Ernie, my boy. Tell them how it happened.
Well, you see, Mr. Dollar, immediate public acceptance of our company is largely due to the fact
What he means, Dollar, is the reason we sell so many policies is on account of we always pay off any claims real prompt in cash and hard, cold cash.
Exactly. And for that reason,
Never question a claim. Just pay it off in cash. That's what we promise, and that's what we do.
And for that reason, Mr. Dollar...
That's why so many people who can't afford much insurance come to us.
Yes, but as a result...
So what happens? Instead of a nice tax loss, there ain't enough claims to fill your hat. All we make is profit.
You mean you've hoped to lose money in this business?
Tax loss, Mr. Dollar. You ever have to pay the taxes on profits from a couple of hundred producing oil wells?
Hardly. But now, Mr. Whiteman, about this embezzlement.
Yeah, as I started to say, paying off in cash as we do...
That's right. Means keeping a lot of cash on hand.
Oh? Then this embezzlement was of your own money?
Exactly. The money was stolen from us.
You kept that kind of money here in a safe or something?
Well, wouldn't keep it laying around on the floor, would you?
Well, have you any idea who might have taken it?
We most certainly have.
Sure. It was Hauser. Tom Hauser. The only one besides Whitey had the combination to the safe.
He also kept the books, Mr. Dollar.
Well, didn't you check his books periodically?
Oh, of course I did. But when I discovered the loss this morning, I also discovered he'd been juggling the accounts.
Well, how long ago did this Tom Hauser work here?
Up until yesterday.
As I told Mr. Sprague, I informed Hauser last night that I planned to check the cash as well as the books this morning.
So what happens? This morning he's gone, and so is the money. Well, Dollar?
When you ask me, this sounds like the most loosely run insurance company.
Mr. Dollar.
How you ever managed to get a license from the insurance commission?
Well, now, that license is something we ain't bothered with yet.
You what?
We gotta make sure we got a business first, don't we?
Are you kidding? Do you realize what the commission will do when they find out about this?
Don't give it a thought, son.
To say nothing of the police?
Your job is to catch that Tom
Now,
Hauser.
look here, Mr. Sprague.
Then, if the insurance commission or the government or anybody says we're doing wrong...
And you can bet they will.
Why, then I'll pay up and get out of this business.
Believe me, it'll cost you a lot more than this $200,000.
Well, sure, maybe a couple million. It'll make a nice tax loss.
Yeah, and you'll probably end up in jail.
Well, now, you let me worry about that. Your job is to get this embezzler. And don't forget, we're paying you $5,000 to do it.
Look, you say it may cost you millions to get out of this mess.
That's right.
And yet you're worried about a couple of $100,000?
Well, now, that's different.
Huh?
That was stolen, son. That was illegal.
Trying to make sense with this man was like trying to reason with a hitching post. I told him I didn't want the case and that I could understand why he'd hesitate about calling in the police. Sure, they'd probably start asking questions. With the only answers he could give them, he'd really be in trouble. I told him that my only duty, as far as I could see, was to notify the commission of this whole operation.
Sure, son. If your conscience hurts you, go ahead, notify him. After you got this money back first.
After?
Well, I don't know much about investigation, but seems to me that with him gone only a few hours, well, if I was you, I wouldn't be wasting any time.
Yeah, you got a point there.
Sure.
And don't you forget that $5,000 that's waiting for you when you bring that money back here.
Well, I ask you, what would you have done? And with a fee of $5,000 dangling in front of your eyes? Yeah, that's what I did. I took the case.
Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Higginbotham here. We will now commence our lesson in stereophonic reproduction. Listen to the call of the spotted bill snicker on ordinary stereo. Now then, on a Columbia Stereo 1 phonograph. Obvious difference, what? The Columbia stereophonic system really causes all others to blush. For it is not composed of just a few separated speakers. Columbia is the originator and exclusive purveyor of stereo projection. Only Columbia fills every inch of a room with real, lifelike sound. Now, when I was bird watching with the Duchess of... But let that pass. You simply must hear the Stereo 1 phonograph by Columbia. Ask your Columbia phonograph dealer for a demonstration. And, chaps, portables are priced as low as $39.95. Consoles commence at $129.95. Lost that bird.
And now, Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the hand of providential matter.
Hoping the insurance commission wouldn't hang me if they ever found out I'd taken an assignment from this outfit, I decided to check the last known whereabouts of the embezzler, the bookkeeper who'd stolen some $200,000 from them. After getting his description and his address from Mr. Sprague, I spent item 2, $1.85, for a taxi to a dingy rooming house on the north side of town. At the front door, I was met by a frowsy old maid wearing a rather slovenly blue housecoat. She looked like she'd just gotten out of bed, and her stringy black hair was up in paper curlers.
Special investigator, huh?
That's right. Here, my credentials.
Johnny Dollar, freelance. Well, Mr. Tom Hauser ain't here right now.
I know. Have you any idea where he might be?
I seen him leaving bag and baggage late last night. Guess he's gone on a trip somewheres. I was sitting by the front window having a can of beer before I went to bed, and I seen him get in his car and drive off.
Yeah, well, just let me have the key to his room.
Are you sure that's all right unless you got some kind of a warrant?
Yeah, I'm sure. The key, please.
Well, I ain't had a chance to clean his room up yet today.
Don't do it. Don't touch a thing of his until I tell you to.
Oh, well, now look, dearie.
Just let me have the key. And here. Here's a 5-spot for your trouble.
Oh. Well, now, you're what I'd call a real gent. And here's the key. It's the first apartment on the right, top of the stairs.
Yeah, thanks.
Is something wrong, Mr. Dollar? Did Mr. Hauser do something he oughtn't have done?
What do you mean? What are you talking about? Hey, I had to come back here and pick up my stuff.
So he isn't here.
Yeah, don't worry about the split. I'll meet you like I said. Yeah, then we'll take care of it. All right. I'm leaving it right away. Neither Johnny Dollar or anybody else will ever... He what? Well, if he does, I'll be ready for him. So come on now, hang up. Let me get out of here. Stop worrying, pal. I can take care of him and anybody else.
Quietly as possible, I slipped the key into the door. I had some difficulty turning it, but finally heard the lock slip. Then I started slowly turning the knob. And then, well, I'm not quite sure exactly what did happen, except the door was suddenly pulled open so quickly that...
Okay, baby. Oh.
You want some more?
What's the idea hanging around outside? Wait a minute. You must be Dollar. Yeah, Johnny Dollar. Then, baby, I'm gonna make sure you never get up again. Never! Never!
Out of this bottle. Just leave that wet rag laying there on your forehead. It'll make you feel better.
What do you... Oh, holy...
Yeah. You just stay there on the floor until you feel better.
Where'd he go?
Oh, dearie. Who done this to you?
You didn't you see him?
I heard a big noise up here, and when I run up the stairs, he must have heard me and run away. And you was just laying here bleeding this way.
That window. What's outside that window?
Only the fire escape. Look, dearie.
Yeah?
busted table lamp. This must have been what...
Don't touch it.
What?
No, I'll wrap it in my handkerchief and...
But who could have come here and done this to you? I can't imagine.
Well, I can. Tom Hauser. Item 3, $1.20 for a cab to police headquarters. Anybody but Sergeant Ed Wilson would have asked a lot of questions that I didn't feel like answering. Ed simply took the lamp, told one of the boys in the lab to check, and if he found any prints on it, to classify them, then send a teletype to Washington. Item 4, $1 even for a cab to my apartment. After a long, cool shower, I felt somewhat better. I just got back into my clothes when the phone rang. Johnny Dollar.
Ed Wilson, Johnny. Those prints on that lamp.
Yeah, Ed.
Thomas Harker, alias Tim Hosker, alias Tommy Hauser, alias just about everything else you can think of. Johnny, that boy is one of the 10 most wanted.
No kidding.
And for everything from safe-cracking to murder. You got any kind of a lead on him?
Only that rooming house where he slugged me.
Then he may be 100 miles away by now.
I wouldn't bank on it. So, Ed.
Yeah?
You'd better put out that good old dragnet.
Oh, don't worry, Johnny. But listen, just remember one thing about him.
Like what?
If that boy thinks you recognize
I didn't even get a look at him.
Maybe he doesn't know that. And if he finds out he didn't kill you, Johnny...
Well?
He'll be back to finish the job.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Here's Hollywood star Mona Freeman.
Who feels like acting with a miserable cold? I relieve cold distress the fast way with 4-way cold tablets.
Yes, tests of all the leading cold tablets proved 4-way fastest acting. Amazing 4-way starts in minutes to relieve muscular pains and headache, reduce fever, calm upset stomach, also overcomes irregularity.
When a cold strikes, do what I do. Take 4-way cold tablets. It's the fast way to relieve nasty cold distress and feel better quickly.
4-way, only 29 cents.
Now, here's a word about another fine product of Grove Laboratories. Does dandruff dull your hair, leave scalp itchy? Get Fitch Dandruff Remover Shampoo and get rid of unsightly dandruff in 3 minutes. 3 minutes with Fitch regularly is guaranteed to keep embarrassing dandruff away forever. Apply Fitch before wetting hair, rub in 1 minute. Add water, lather 1 minute. Rinse 1 minute. Every trace of dandruff goes down the drain. 3 minutes with Fitch, unsightly dandruff's gone. Fitch can also leave your hair up to 35% brighter. Fitch Dandruff Remover Shampoo. And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yeah, Ed.
Ed, this is Pat McCracken, Johnny, at Universal Adjustment Bureau.
Oh, sorry, Pat. I thought it was Ed Wilson again.
Sergeant Wilson at police headquarters?
Yeah, and listen, I'm in kind of a hurry.
Oh, then I won't hold you. I was just hoping you'd have time to look into what appears to be a phony insurance company for us.
What? Keep talking.
But if you're already working on it...
No, just go on with what you were saying, Pat.
Well, we got a complaint about some new company here in town that we'd never heard of. Seems they're stalling on the payment of a small claim.
Yeah, sure. In spite of their pledge to pay off promptly and without question.
Yeah.
Also to pay off in cold cash.
Yes, that's right.
Providential Assurance Company.
Well, what do you know about them? Johnny?
Oh, I'm working on a case for them.
Oh, no. Oh, Johnny, don't. I telephoned the commission, to find out who they are and
Yeah,
where
but the
they are.
commission never heard of them.
Exactly. So if I were you, until we can find out whether they're a legitimate outfit, Johnny, I wouldn't touch them.
Hey, tell me, Pat, what'll the commission do?
But they've notified them by mail. They're sending over a committee to investigate, to look at the books and so on.
When?
First of the week, Monday or Tuesday. Why?
That may be too late.
What?
If that outfit's what I think it is, and if I can do what I think I can.
Johnny.
Well, if I can't collect my fee and expenses from them, maybe I'll send a bill on to you.
What?
After all, I may be doing the whole insurance business a great and glorious service.
Johnny, what are you talking about?
That is, if I don't get killed first.
Listen,
I'll
Johnny.
see you later. Now the question is, but wait a minute. If Providential is what I think it is, where does Tommy House's theft of $200,000 come in? If he was working for them. Well, why did they call me in? Johnny Dollar. Hello.
This here is Elwood Sprague.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Sprague.
I wasn't sure I'd find you in.
Yeah, I think I can understand that. Or maybe you weren't sure you'd find me around at all anymore.
No, listen, don't get me wrong, Dollar. I want to see you. I got to see you right now.
Yeah, why not? They're at your office?
No.
Well?
My room, here at Guilford. And you'll come alone?
Are you alone, Mr. Sprague?
Yes, Mr. Dollar. Will you come right away?
Yeah, as soon as I can.
Thank you.
That's funny. If he wants to see me, if he is alone, or is this some kind of a trap? No, there was absolute sincerity in his voice. I was sure of it. Yeah, and there was something else, too. Fear. Maybe that was it, fear. Hello?
Johnny, listen, you said you'd been working with the police.
So?
Well, I knew I'd never get anything out of you, so I called them. Listen, if this Elwood Sprague of Providential has anything to do with the beating you took, has he?
Pat, I'm on my way over to see Sprague right now.
Well, I tried calling Providential. He isn't there.
I know.
But if he and that gangster, that Tommy Hollis...
Sorry, Pat, he's waiting for me over at the Guilford.
Johnny...
There was no time to waste. Maybe Hauser was still gunning for me, but if so, well, maybe I wasn't the only one. Item 5, a couple of bucks for a cab to the Guilford Hotel. And there in his room, I found a very different Elwood Sprague than I talked to earlier. And the story that he slowly, nervously unfolded proved to be very interesting.
So maybe I didn't ever make no oil fortune there in Texas. It ain't so easy down there as you might think. But I learned to use my wits and my brains to get along by outsmarting the next man. You see what I mean, Mr. Dollar?
Then those 200 oil wells you were talking about...
Well, it made a good line. It fooled you, didn't it? It even fooled Ernie Whiteman for a while. That's what gave him the idea.
The idea for what, Mr. Sprague?
Well, me to front for this insurance racket. You know, collect a lot of premiums and then we'd skip town.
Right in the heart of the insurance industry?
Always harder to pick out a bad apple in the barrel for, ain't it?
Oh, brother. So what happened?
That Ernie's a salesman, Johnny. When he got started on the country people around here, the money come rolling in. And when somebody made a claim, we stalled him on it.
How long did you think you could get away with this?
Until the commission got wise to us. Then we'd move out.
The commission was planning to investigate you next week.
I know. Only by that time we'd be out of here.
You and Whiteman and this Tommy Hauser.
Hauser. Ernie brought him in. He said because he had a record, the police would know about him, so he would take the rap if anything went wrong. But then he walks out with all the money last night.
And then you sent for me. Why?
Because Ernie and me go after Hauser, he might have killed us. Ernie didn't want to send for you, but I made him. I held a gun on him.
Oh, real nice people.
Because maybe Hauser didn't know you. Maybe you could nab him and get the money for us. So what if you did get wise to us? What if we should have to cut you in to keep you from blabbing to the law?
You rotten. Do you think everybody in this world is a crook?
Well, at least it was better than leaving Hauser get away with all of it.
It looks to me like he has so far.
Well, Johnny, now listen.
Oh, I'm listening.
Now Ernie didn't know it, but I heard him on the phone. He was talking to Hauser. He was double-crossing me. They're meeting somewhere to split the money.
Yeah? Well, what else could you expect?
Now listen, Johnny. Then they're coming over here to kill me so that I can't talk, you see. That's when I phoned you to come over here.
And you think for 1 minute I'm going to stick my neck out to save that lousy hide of yours?
Oh, you got to, Johnny. You got to.
All I got to do is turn you over to the police.
The police?
Or would you rather just sit here and wait for Hauser and Whiteman? Well?
Oh, all right, Johnny.
All right, come on. At least it may keep you from getting shot, which is better than you deserve it. Well?
Ernie.
Back inside, please.
Ernie,
Both of you.
That gun.
That's right. The one that killed Hauser when he tried to hold out on me. The one that's going to kill you, Elwood, for what I heard just now through this door.
Oh, no, Ernie, please. Johnny.
And, of course, that means you'll have to go with him, Dollar. Now, get inside that room.
Pat,
Both of you.
I kind of thought you might be coming over here.
What are you talking about?
After I told you where I was headed. You too, Sergeant.
Sergeant. The police!
That's right. So you'd better drop
Look
that.
out! You think you're going
Well, Johnny?
Well, thanks, Ed. You too, Pat. Oh, and Ed.
Yeah, Johnny.
Maybe you'd better put a pair of cuffs on Mr. Sprague here. You know, to keep him out of any more trouble.
Oh, I'll go along peaceful.
So the big fat fee that was promised doesn't get paid to me after all. And I'm sure I may as well forget the expense account for a change. But you know something? It doesn't matter. Because the important thing was to have had some small part in wiping out this dirty racket. Me? I feel good. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment.
Constipation is something people don't talk about much, but it can be a problem for anyone, even doctors. And when constipation occurs, it's interesting to see just what doctors consider important about a laxative they might use or recommend. Well, a majority of the doctors we heard from had this to say.
A laxative should be effective, gentle, as close to natural acting as possible, and a medicine that can be used with complete confidence.
Now, X-Lax has been popular with many doctors and millions of people over the years because pleasant-tasting chocolated X-Lax is effective. Overnight, it helps you toward your normal regularity. X-Lax is gentle. Next morning, it gives you the closest thing to natural action. And that's why many doctors and millions of people use X-Lax with complete confidence. X-Lax, the laxative that helps you toward your normal regularity gently, overnight. Is X-Lax in your medicine cabinet?
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a man who uses government help to promote his one-man crime wave. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Edgar Barrier, Junius Matthews, Jerry Hausner, and Lawrence Dobkin. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Coverly speaking.
Next, the nerve-tingling progress of a man hurled into space from Suspense on the CBS Radio Network.
Citizens of Troy, this is Neil Kelleher, the Republican candidate for mayor of Troy. I'm taking this brief opportunity to tell you that a Republican city administration will restore garbage collection and disposal to an efficient level. The Democratic administration, having burned out the municipal incinerator, has now returned to the ancient system of garbage and refuse disposal by depositing it on an open dump. I shall take steps immediately to restore the incinerator and eliminate the threat of stench and smog that will surely be blanketing the northern section of our city as soon as the refuse piles get deep enough and the underground fires begin to burn. I intend also to eliminate the noisy collection of garbage in residential areas in the middle of the night so that Trojans can get their sleep. If you approve of the foregoing proposal, may I suggest that you can assure its becoming a reality by voting Row A all the way, Election Day. Thank you.
Johnny Dollar.
Well, it's about time.
Huh?
John, where have you been?
Oh, I just took a couple of days off to... Hey, now, wait a minute. Who are you?
This is Harry Branson at Philadelphia Mutual Liability and Casualty Insurance Company.
Harry, where have you been?
What?
Well, do you know it's been 6 or 7 months since you've called me in on something?
No, it's only been a little over 5 months. 5.5 months, I should say. As a matter of fact, it's actually 5 months. 12 days.
Okay, Harry. So where have you been?
Well, as a matter of fact, I've been right here in my office at Philadelphia Mutual, here on Walnut Street, here. John, you're trying to change the subject.
Yeah? From what?
Why, from the insurance matter that has me concerned at the moment.
What insurance matter?
The one I'm calling about, of course.
Harry.
After all, it was you who insisted that we sell him the policy.
Oh, it was, huh?
Though for the life of me, I still can't believe that that's his legitimate name. Smokey Sullivan.
Well, it's as true and legitimate as any... Smokey? Well, what about him?
John.
Yeah? Well?
I told you it was only because of your stubborn insistence that we agreed to insure that underworld character.
Okay. So what's happened to him?
Has something happened to him, John?
Well, has it?
I don't know.
Well, if you don't know... Harry.
Well, will you see what you can do about it?
But you haven't told me about what?
Good heavens, man, do I have to give you a printed diagram, spell out everything?
Okay, Harry. I'll grab a train, maybe a plane. I'll be down there to see you.
Well, now, I don't know that that's at all necessary.
It is if I'm to get any sense out of you.
Why, John.
Yeah.
CBS CBS Radio brings you Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Philadelphia Mutual Liability and Casualty Insurance Company, Home Office, Philadelphia. Investigation of the real ski matter. In spite of the way he sounds, in spite of his being a literal-minded, excitable worrywart, Harry Branson is a good insurance man. Whatever he lacks in, well, imagination, spark, he more than makes up for in methodical attention to every detail of his office operation. Paradoxically, then, except for Harry himself, Philly Mutual's home office ticks along like a smooth-running watch. If I was promised an assignment at 9 o'clock of a Monday morning, believe me, it was never a second late. Nor was there ever any question about the size of my fee or expense account, so long as it was justified. Which is one reason I always jumped at the chance to take on a case from Philly Mutual. And now, if my old friend Smokey Sullivan was in trouble, okay then. Expense account, item 1, 1425, taxi out to Bradley Field, plane to Philadelphia, taxi into Harry Branson's office on Walnut Street. Okay, Harry, what's it all about?
John, I tried to tell you over the phone it was not necessary for you to come on down here.
What you told me over the phone didn't make any sense.
And I suppose you'll expect the company to pay your expense account?
Ah.
Now, we shall just see about that.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
Yes?
Well? Now, look, Harry, if something serious has happened to Smokey Sullivan...
Did I say anything like that over the telephone?
Well, I'm sure you didn't waste your company's precious money on a long-distance call just to say good morning to me.
Of course not.
And you did mention Smokey.
I certainly did.
Well, come on, Harry. What's it all about?
Arsonist, thief, racketeer, mixed up in more unlawful, illegal, sordid crimes,
Harry.
and by his own admission, too.
Well, so what if he was? He isn't anymore.
I hope
now, will
you're
you tell
right,
me?
John. I certainly hope you're right.
Well, I am right.
But he did have a record.
Oh,
and
look.
why a fine, conservative, respectable old company like Philadelphia Mutual,
Harry.
why you should demand that we issue a combination life and accident policy on such a person.
What's the matter? You gone off your rocker or something?
I beg your pardon.
Don't you realize that your company and half a dozen others all over the country ought to be proud to serve a guy like Smokey?
Guy.
Insure him for nothing, too, and for as much as he wants.
John, a company hardly prospers by doing a thing like that.
Harry, don't you read the reports on my investigations?
Of course.
Don't you know that 2 out of the last 4 cases I've handled for this grand and glorious company of yours would never have been solved if it hadn't had Smokey Sullivan's help?
Of course,
if
I
it
know.
hadn't been for his knowledge of the underworld and cities all over the country, his contacts there, do you think I would have gotten to first base, flushed out those crooks, saved your company a lot of precious money?
Well, of
and
course,
each time, Smokey was risking his neck to give me a hand. Now, you remember that.
Well, of course,
Sure. You've been all for it, his giving me and you a hand in these things. But when it comes to giving him a little lousy insurance protection...
Well, of course,
Of course you what?
Well, I'm sure he deserves our every consideration.
You bet he does.
But a man like him, with a past record like his, I mean, all the figures, the actuarial tables...
Show that he's a pretty poor risk, huh?
Exactly.
All right. So maybe I am, too, in this job of mine.
The services you perform for us and the... Oh.
Yeah,
Then good, I did the right thing.
Yeah? What's good about refusing to draw up a policy for Smokey Sullivan?
But I did issue one.
Oh, you did?
I admit it was only because of your insistence. But now that you've explained why, well, John, I might suppose it was the right thing.
Well, sure it was. And Harry, I'm sorry I blew my top.
Perfectly understandable, but, John, I said I must it was all right. I meant except for one thing.
Oh? What's that mean?
Well, I'm afraid your trusted friend, Smokey... Well, have you seen this morning's paper?
No.
Here, John.
Thanks. I see you're still reading the Philadelphia... What's this?
Yes, that item I put a circle around.
But Oh, no, Harry. No. This can't be right.
And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the real Smoky matter.
Read it, John. The whole news item.
Toy factory. Burned to the ground.
And I'm afraid your dear, trusted friend, Smoky Sullivan...
Millersburg Toy Company. Total loss. Certain proof of arson.
Yes, John?
Captain Oscar Fletcher of the arson squad states that the unusual technique employed indicates beyond the shadow of a doubt it is the work of a man who, although he is not known to have operated in this area since serving a prison term some years ago...
True.
...is unquestionably the work of... Oh, no, Harry, this is wrong.
I'm afraid not, John. That fire was set by Smoky Sullivan.
You mean the arson squad is going to pin this on him because whoever did it happened to use a method that... No, I won't believe it.
You didn't read the rest of the item.
Why bother if they think I'm going to let him pin it on Smoky just
You'd
because
better read it, John.
Why?
I mean about the body they found in the ashes.
Body?
The police are certain that it's Smoky.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
All right, look. Maybe Smoky was a torch man. Maybe Smoky was a lot of things before he went straight.
And that distinctive ring they found on one hand of the body?
So what?
The same ring known to have been returned to Sullivan following his term in Dannemora prison.
So what? Doesn't mean a thing. Smokey would know more. Here's another recipient going to his way. You for one, it's enough to get caught in one of his own fires.
Well, now, of course, that's something...
Yeah, sure. That's something you would know about, but I would. And I know it's ridiculous. Just as ridiculous as this Captain Fletcher deciding the job was done by Smoky.
John Fletcher is considered one of the top men...
Fletcher's a jerk. Oh, Harry, what are we arguing about? All we have to do is get hold of Smoky, let him prove he didn't do it.
Get hold of him.
That's right.
That is the trouble, John.
What do you mean?
You gave us not one, but several addresses for him.
Well, sure I did. I told you he moves around a lot, never stays in one place very long.
I know.
That's why he's been so valuable to me, because anywhere in the country, Harry,
we tried to
wherever I had a
him,
problem...
John, to get his policy to...
I mean, wherever he knew he could help me...
we couldn't locate him.
Yeah, Smoky's always come up. You haven't been able to find him.
No.
But, Harry, I'm absolutely sure that one of the addresses I gave
No,
you...
John, we've tried for weeks. At every one of them, he has simply disappeared from his usual haunts. And when I told the police this morning before I called you...
Sure. They probably said it was because he was hiding out here in Philadelphia, getting ready to pull this job.
Exactly.
Well, I tell you, they're crazy.
I hope you're right, John.
I'm sure I am.
But unless you can find Smoky Sullivan...
Okay, so I'll find him.
Good. How?
Yeah. How? I took a taxi, that's item 2, 75 cents, over to Central Headquarters. And I make no bones about it, I had a big fat chip on my shoulder for Captain Oscar Fletcher for blabbing out his stupid theory about Smoky Sullivan. I was all prepared with a lot of questions, loaded questions for him, and a few well-chosen remarks about his methods, ability, character, and general intelligence or lack of it. But when I met him, I realized this was a mighty able man. The kind who doesn't go off half-cocked. And when he led me down into the morgue...
I know, Dollar. I realized it just as well as you do. That modus operandi could have been used by any one of a dozen known firebugs, present as well as past.
Then all right, then, Captain.
But I also realized that naming a suspect would put the others off guard.
Well, yes.
So the minute we decided it was arson, I named Smoky Sullivan. I knew he'd be acceptable as a suspect. So before we even found the body...
But now that he's served his time, now that he's trying to make up for the old days, don't you see, Fletcher, he doesn't deserve this sort of treatment. Now that he's on our side.
Doesn't he?
Well, why hurt him now? Now that he's on the level.
Dollar, I brought you down here to look at the body, what's left of it. So you better take a look at it.
Oh, yeah, sure, why not? But I know darn well it's... Fletcher.
That's right.
Same general bill. The same...
I know. I couldn't believe it myself.
No, listen, it can't
I'd
be.
spread the word about him for the reason I told you before I saw this. Now, when I did, I couldn't believe it myself. I mean, after all, after what little the fire had left.
No, it can't be, Fletcher. There must be hundreds of men like this, thousands of them right here in Philadelphia.
Wearing that ring?
Yeah, that is Smoky's ring, isn't it?
I know. I never saw another one like it. So, Dollar,
Well, there's only one way to prove this isn't Smoky Sullivan. By finding him, wherever he
Now,
is.
we tried that. Your insurance company tried it. They tried it for weeks.
Then I'll try some more.
Huh? What's the use, Dollar? Arson. Smoky's record. What's left of this body that was found in the ruins. And whether it's positively identifiable is beside the because of that ring. Now, whether you like it or not, Dollar, it all adds up.
I'm sorry, Fletcher.
So am I, Dollar.
No. I mean, I'm sorry, but I don't believe it.
Are you married? How many children do you have? Some people resent being asked such personal questions. They resent it even when a census is being taken. Would you? Or do you know that our Constitution requires the taking of a census every 10 years? And do you know that the purpose of the census is to find out how many people are living in each state? For our Constitution guarantees each state the right to send members to the House of Representatives in accordance with the size of its population. A little state may have only... For the men who wrote our Constitution sought to make our government one that will represent all of the people all of the time, so that your country and mine shall be our country under God.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Item 3 over the next 4 days is $81 for room and board. More important, though, during the time is $116 for phone calls and telegrams to friends, newspaper men, police departments all over the country. Anyone I could think of who might be able to help me locate Smoky Sullivan. Nothing. Okay, Smoky had gotten restless again, as he had many times before. But always before, he told me where he was going. Yeah, maybe he tried to call me after I'd left Hartford. So one of those calls went to my answering service up there. No word from him. And there was always that body in the morgue. So unless I could somehow prove Smoky was alive, locate him. But how? And the only time that Smoky had ever contacted me was when when he thought that maybe, yeah. Item 5, 10 cents for a call to Marty Ross, a top reporter on Philly's biggest morning paper. I told him he'd find a story in exactly half an hour at the corner of 13th and Pine. A story that he ought to give out to all the wire services. Item 6, $50, deposit on a rental car. Item 7, a call to headquarters, and I didn't give the desk sergeant my name, only the license of the car I'd hired. Okay, then. The first time I drove across the intersection of 13th and Pine against the light, only a few people on the sidewalk noticed it. And, of course, some of the cars trying to cross with the light. The second time I ran it, though, there was a cop there, and I thought I caught a glimpse of Marty Ross. I made the cop my target. And when I made the pass at him, nearly running him down...
Hey! Take it! Oh!
I was a little... It wasn't until the middle of the next morning that he got around to calling on me.
Here you are, Captain. Cheers, Conroy. Thanks, I'll quit it. All right, Dollar. What's the big idea?
Sit down, Captain. Cigarette?
How'd you get those in here?
Old friend of mine.
You mean Marty Ross?
Yeah.
The guy that...
Dropped in to see me this morning. Left a pack of these.
Friend? Yeah, your story of your crazy stunt is all over the country by now. Boy, what's the matter with you? Did you go off your rocker?
Yeah, kind of looks that way, doesn't it? Sure you wouldn't like a cigarette?
Cut out the clowning, will you? Now, you're in trouble, boy.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I do.
Well, now, I thought maybe you, an old friend of mine, could maybe pull some strings.
You're out of your mind. Now, why'd you do it, Donnie? You drunk?
No.
Is that what you were because of your worry over Smoky Sullivan? Now, come on. Give.
Well, I guess I'd better wait until my hearing before I say anything. Hey, guard.
Dollar.
You want to let Captain Fletcher out of here?
Now, you cut this out, will you? Now, come on, Dollar. Tell me what it's all about. Well, come on. Look, Dollar, be sensible about this, will you? Now, how can I give you a hand? That is, assuming that I will. If you don't... Dollar!
Here we are, Captain.
Dollar for...
Come see me again sometime, will you, Fletch? Well, after 2 days in that cell, even the guard wouldn't listen to me, just kind of sneered at me. I began to think that maybe I'd overplayed my hand. I asked if he'd get Captain Fletcher back to see me. No response. When he brought in the meals, I argued, I pleaded, I threatened him, reminded him that a citizen has some rights, even in jail. Well, he walked away as though he didn't even hear me. Then, the morning of the third day, I was handcuffed and led upstairs to a small hearing room, I guess you call it. At any rate, there was a man there in judge's robes and a pretty cold-blooded expression on his face.
Your name is Johnny Dollar.
Yeah, that's right. Now, Your Honor...
Instead of the usual formal hearing, I've decided not to waste any time on your case.
Well, Your Honor, maybe it was kind of a crazy stunt. But when I tell you the reason for it...
It's no use, Mr. Dollar. These circumstances are deadly and civilly against the Bob's office.
Well, now, wouldn't it...
Please, or shall I send you back to your cell?
Well, now, look, is this some kind of a... Your Honor...
Silence.
Do you call this a hearing?
I do not.
Well, all right, then.
Silence, please. Your caper with that rental car involved more than might have met the eye.
Well, it was meant to. Don't you see? Don't you... Yes, sir.
That apparent attempt on the patrolman's life. But someone had called headquarters to look out for that car. Someone had also called a newspaper man to be sure that he now... Just let me finish.
Yes, sir.
But then the appearance early this morning from somewhere on the West Coast, I believe, of a man we'd been looking for.
Ah.
Yes, Dollar. Captain Fletcher had been looking for him in spite of the body in the morgue.
Then, Judge...
Smokey Sullivan came here to help you, as I'm sure you hoped he would.
Yeah, I knew the newspaper reports...
Will you please keep quiet?
Yes, sir.
Well, Dollar, when Smokey arrived here, Fletcher took him right over to the scene of the fire. Smokey immediately recognized the handiwork of an old crony of his who could almost have passed for his twin.
Then...
The only other man he ever knew to wear the same kind of ring he wore and still wears. Smokey's waiting in there, by the way, to see you.
Then you mean that you know...
I mean that your crazy caper worked, Johnny. Conroy, take off his handcuffs.
Oh, boy. Judge, you're okay. And you say that Smokey's in the next room?
Hi, Johnny.
Smokey.
Yeah.
Smokey, you old son of a gun.
Yeah.
Now, just 1 minute, Johnny.
Yeah. I mean, yes, sir.
We're deeply indebted to you for this. It was all done most ingeniously.
Wow.
And as for the traffic violations, you're fined $15.
Oh,
But next time, please don't scare one of our patrolmen out of his wits.
Well, sir, the reunion with Smokey was a dilly. And, of course, it goes on this expense account, as does a slight gratuity for him. And the cost of his trip from the coast and back. Yeah, he's settled out there now. So the total, including my fine and my own trip back to Hartford, $621 even. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Harry Bartell, Stacey Harris, Lou Merrill, Vic Perrin, Tom Hanley, and Bill James. Be sure to join us, Johnny Dollar. This is John Wald speaking.
Johnny Dollar has come to you through the worldwide facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
Thank you.